The time has finally arrived. We are here in Madison Square Garden, the Mecca of basketball, to lay witness to the New York Knicks taking on the San Antonio Spurs in the NBA Finals. I hope you guys are ready to go and have the energy, because best believe this is the biggest basketball game in decades. Not just for the Knicks, not just for Knicks fans, but for the NBA at large. Yeah, I said it. Maybe it's because it's New York against the world, but best believe New York has the opportunity to secure a championship today by taking a commanding 3-0 lead. So let's go ahead and let's start it off here tonight. Here we go. That is right, folks. That is correct. We are indeed in the building here today. The Mecca of basketball gets to lay witness to a historic outing here tonight. And with all of the hoopla surrounding the game, you better believe that the New York Knicks will come out with the right mentality. And I'm expecting a dominant performance from our Knicks today. It may result in a blowout, it may not result in a blowout. Either way, we are expecting our New York Knicks to come through for us here today, because you know that New York fans will be coming through for the team here tonight. And I cannot wait. And my guys, you guys again, it started right away. Appreciate the generosity. Niall Dimitri, thank you for the super chat. He said, hello, Chevy, let's go Knicks. Yes, sir, brother. Yes, sir. Also, my guy, Chris Baskerville, appreciate you, brother. 440 joules. He said the uncle. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, Chris. So here tonight, there's going to be a whole lot of hoopla. You guys know I don't really care for the intro or pregame introductions, but of course we got it up on the screen here today, so we will be tuning in. It is the first finals games taking place in Madison Square Garden in the 21st century since 1999. We are here today to lay witness to history as the Knicks will end up taking a commanding 3-0 lead. I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited, and look who we have up on the screen. We can go through just a bit here. Of course, we'll go through the bingo card. We'll go through the previous game box score as well, although obviously we've been covering the game, so we know exactly what we are looking for here tonight. But let's get started. User, what's up, user? I wonder what the music choice will be for the Spurs tonight. I think a whole lot of nothing. I think it'll be silence. Mike, what's up, Mike? Scomberg, what's up, Scomberg? Just as dad as always. Bruce Simpson, what's up, Bruce Simpson? Appreciate you guys. Sons Jen, appreciate you. Mike, again, Spotty T. Crazy, what's up, Crazy? Robert Klink, Cindy Nevins, doing too much. Appreciate you guys. John the Gray, what's up, John? Drummer Manny, Chris Baskerville, C. Tyler, appreciate you guys as always. My goodness, loading up in here already. Tone Shifter, what's up, Tone? Appreciate you, DSA. Orville Sweeney, what's up, Orville? Ram Jam, what's up, Ram Jam? Mark, appreciate you guys. Keith Modeste, oh my goodness, the list goes on and on. Michael Rogers, Ahmed, appreciate you all the way to the top. Susan, as always. Michael Mack, as always, appreciate. Keith Modeste, let's get to it. Ruby Sauce, what's up, Ruby? Just bought a new broom? Yes, sir, you need it. You need it. Of course, if the Knicks win tonight, the broom will make its appearance. John Collar, what's up, John? Been waiting more than 50 years long. 53 since the last champion. The first finals game in Madison Square Garden in the 21st century in 27 years. DJ, what's up, DJ? Miss Smart, what's up, Miss Smart? Dre, appreciate you. Uncle Mel, what's up, Uncle Mel? So we can get started and talking about, of course, our New York Knicks. We can start with our New York Knicks. We can emphasize the New York Knicks and exactly what's going on. As a matter of fact, we can go ahead and pull up the previous game box score as well. But Chris said, thank goodness, no Tony Brothers. No Tony Brothers, no Scott Foster for the foreseeable future. I think the only time we could possibly see those guys make an appearance to referee the games again could be in a possible game 5, 6, or 7 situation. And hopefully we don't get to a game 5, 6, or 7. And hopefully, full of hope, hopefully they pull off the Knicks in 4, because you guys know the game plan, you know the mantra, you know what we've been shouting for 2 years now. Knicks in 4 until proven otherwise, and they have yet to prove us otherwise. They have yet to give us any reason to doubt that this team will go ahead and run the table towards the end of the season. Ozahar with the Bozahar, Lano Monas with the Blano. It ends Wednesday night. Yes, indeed, Lano. Yes, indeed. Mark Davis, Judge Dad, with the referees tonight. Mark Davis, John Goebel, who, it's a Goebel brother. We don't like the Goebel brothers, and Curtis Blair. Other than that, I think it should be fine. Mark Davis, do a good job tonight, brother, as the lead official of tonight's group. So we'll pull up the box score. But first, we could always go through the bingo card to start. AP with a very generous, which I appreciate you, AP. In 94, it was OJ. In 26, it's Donald Trump. I got 2 head. I got to head to the city tonight. Hopefully it's not crazy. Good luck to us. Give us 2 more wins. Absolutely, AP. Yep, a lot of going on in the Garden here tonight. Unfortunately, it's making things very difficult for people to get in and celebrate the Knicks. But hopefully the community and the fans will overcome all of the distractions going on, and the Knicks will pull off the victory. You just said, if anyone can recall the 99 finals, it was Spurs, Knicks 4-1. Yep, and that was no Patrick Ewing, who went out with the injury. DSA, what's up, DSA? Hope Dan Hauser is there. Dan Hauser is in the building. Danhausen is in the building. He is there. So he's there for the good luck. If there's any bad juju going around the Garden here tonight, Dan Hauser is going to cleanse it. He's got it. He's got us. He's already been on our side the whole way. So he is a big reason as to why the Knicks are where they're at. All right, let's go through the bingo card. Christian Blaze, what's up, Christian? Knicks in 4 until proven otherwise should be an NBA Champs Knicks shirt. Hey, man, we might need to put out the merch this summer. Knicks in 4 until proven otherwise, and we have yet to be proven otherwise all playoffs long. The only team that came close to, actually, the team that did technically prove us wrong, was Atlanta, who pushed us to 6 games, but it was a very close 6-game series. It was the easiest and most dominating 6-game series we've ever seen, right? Appreciate you, Christian. Chris said, put Mo on the bingo card. If we had Mo on the bingo card at all, it would be a Mo sighting, and that's it, right? It wouldn't be any props or anything, because I highly doubt. Just that said, Marshall was there. I did see Marshall say he was going to game 3 as well. Shout out, Marshall. Amy said, so many distractions, so much money. I have no love for James Dolan, but he did give away a few tickets to those who can't afford it. Yeah, I mean, look, the ticket things, it is unfortunate. A lot of distractions going on from that all the way down to, all the celebrities in the building and all the things, of course. The barricade set up out of Madison Square Garden, the fact that the block will be shut down, a couple of blocks surrounding Madison Square Garden will be shut down, unfortunately. But you know what? Again, the city will rally. The true fans are going to be there. It's going to be loud in the building. I scoured the internet. I did see a couple of social media posts of people saying, hey, look, I'm in the building, and I'm here to tell you right now, while the tickets are incredibly expensive, there's nothing but fans in the building. There's nothing but crazy, don't expect a really high posh group of fans out there in the building tonight. It is unfortunately the ticket pricing, because best believe if they were a little bit lower, I'd be in that building too. But it is ridiculous, so you got to make a financial decision somewhere, right? I expect it to be insane in the Garden here tonight. Insane. Okay. Just that said, think of spot if we see Marshall's little peek in the camera, fans. That'd be hilarious. Maybe. Danny White, what's up, Danny? Guaranteed a sweep. I mean, I've been saying it for 2 years. And like I said, it's finally coming into fruition here today. This season, finally coming into fruition. Knicks in 4 until proven otherwise, and here we are. Michael Brown, what's up, Michael Brown? Knicks are going to blow out the Spurs. I don't anticipate a blowout. I do anticipate another close game. But if it were a blowout, I think the blowout would come in the second half. I don't think the Knicks are going to come out and jump this team early. It could happen always. Obviously, I can't read the future. But my expectation going into it is always going to be very close game. Knicks will find a way to close it out. We do have the clutchest player in the NBA. Knicks will find a way to close it out. But we will have to wait and see. Chris Basketball said, no early fouls for Josh, please. That is another aspect of it. Christian, good point. And that DB, what's up, DB? Rich Smith, what's up, Rich Smith? 2 more wins, yes, sir. Then you wash the suit. Yeah, then we'll wash the suit. And like I said, maybe we hang up the suit and put it in the Sue Hall of Fame. I don't know. We might. Walter, what's up, Walter? The real fans are here live in the chat tonight. I put my $7,000 in my bank account. Yeah. I mean, look, if I really wanted to go to the game, could I scrounge up $8,000 and throw it all away to go to the Knicks game? Probably. But would I be absolutely financially destroyed? Absolutely. So I had to make a financial decision. Chris Baskerville, appreciate you. Flow State 200 gems, 200 jewels. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. And yeah, like I said, tons of fans surrounding the building, surrounding the city, the community, and everything. Of course, they will be able to fight through all of the noise and all of the distractions and everything, like I said. And it's going to be a very, very joyous moment here in the city. Chico, what's up, Chico? Go Spurs. We got a lot of Spurs fans in the chat, too. Chicken Feed, what's up, Chicken Feed? Eric C, what's up, Eric C? Yeah, 3-0 tonight. Went to Home Depot to get me a nice mop, not a broom. Yes, sir, brother. Yes, sir. Amy Machu said, yeah, we could throw it all away, but we'll be here with the fans. Absolutely. AP, appreciate you, brother. Hit the likes. Absolutely. If you guys are enjoying the show, hit the like button. Hit the like button for the New York Knicks, taking a commanding 3-0 lead here tonight. All eyes on the Garden here tonight in the sports world. One of the biggest moments will be held here in the Garden. All right, let's go through our bingo card, too. Joseph said, get the ring. What's up, Rose Pierre? Appreciate you guys. Let's go through our bingo card. Now, I will say, the bingo card is fine. I'm fine with the bingo card. But in crafting the bingo card for this game here tonight, I was doing it last night. I was getting tired. I don't know why I waited till the last minute, mostly because I forgot. And then I was like, wait, I should probably do it so I'm not rushing tomorrow or anything like that. So last night, before I go to bed and before I clean everything off and go to bed, I'm like, let me make the bingo card real quick so I don't have to worry about it tomorrow, right? So I sit down, I start making the bingo card, and let me tell you, the bingo card was coming together nice. It was a nice bingo card. I was really happy and really satisfied with it. And then, again, like I said, I was tired, so I was kind of leaning on the keyboard a little bit. I hit a couple of buttons, and the whole bingo card got wiped, and I had to refresh the screen. And I lost the bingo card. So we had to make a new bingo card. So this is technically like the 4th bingo card for this series now. Just as a, can we go sub mode? We can go sub mode. Yes, sir, brother. I thought we were in sub mode already, but we can indeed do that. Why is that not? That's because of that. All right, stream settings. We can do that. So I had to redo the bingo card, unfortunately. But like I said, we are in sub mode already, brother. We are in sub mode already. Yeah, we're good. So I'm fine with the bingo card, but like I said, it just wasn't as good as it was before. The other one, it was almost like a perfect card. Anyway, this one should be fine. Jay Davis, what's up, Jay Davis? Susan, what's up, Susan? Mindset John, appreciate you, brother. Rog D Guy, what's up, Rog? Nibble, what's up, Nibble? I predict the blowout by the Knicks. JB is healthy. He was sick for the 2 wins. We'll see. I hope so, brother. I hope so. They did have 2 days of rest in between the games, obviously. The games are very spread out now. So here we go. All right, let's run through our bingo card real quick, see what it's going to take. Ian Parkins will be in. Here we go. Yes, sir. See what it's going to take for either side to win the basketball game. Robinson, 3 offensive rebounds. He has not been a huge factor on the offensive glass. I think he's done a great job in the defensive glass. He's obviously done a great job defensively as well. So fully anticipating Mitchell Robinson being another big factor, but we'll see. We will have a big offensive rebounding game for Mitchell Robinson here. We will have a big 3-point shooting game in this series at some point, right? So, are we going to get Robinson 3 offensive rebounds tonight? Again, I lowered it from 4. I took 1 offensive rebound away because he has the broken hand. So, it's usually 4 offensive rebounds because he's such a dominant offensive rebounder. lowered it down to 3 with the hand injury. And the Spurs obviously have a big game plan to keep him off the board and executed it extremely well so far during this. So Scoreboard said, graduation went smoothly, and now I get my present, Knicks championship cup and NBA title. Yes, sir, Scoreboard. Yes, sir, brother. 24, K-Mill, what's up, 24? I love watching you because when I watch you, New York loses. All right, well, that's gonna change here tonight, brother. Joseph, user said, anything can happen. You simply can't allow sloppy play or poor effort. I don't think effort is going to be an issue for either side, brother. This is the NBA Finals. This is the pinnacle. So Robinson threw off in the rebounds, would go a long way for the Knicks, securing a victory here tonight. Off in the rebound, obviously a big factor in this series, a big swing factor. Where both sides are locking in terms of keeping the other off the rebounding here. And a lot of these off in the rebounds are coming off of long shots, three-point shots where the rebound is long and the guards and the wings can start crashing the board. So you've seen Anunoby and Bridges and Hart obviously secured a bunch of offensive rebounds that way, as well as Vassell, Champagnie, Castle, stuff like that. So the guards and the wings are actually dominating the offensive rebounding battle more so than the bigs, but I think that's because both defenses are doing a great job of keeping each other out of the paint for the most part. Brunson 30 ball. Obviously, the superstars are going to get the 30-point treatment. Brunson has clearly struggled mightily as the spammers somehow find a way through and are subscribing to the channel. Hey, man, they're subscribing to the channel. They're making their way through. Brunson 30 points. The superstars gotta show up and show out. Obviously, I don't care if Brunson gets 30. I'd prefer an efficient game from JB tonight, who has very much struggled in this matchup because of the physicality of the defense out on the perimeter, locking in on him, but that just allows the other guys to get it going. And that's what we've seen, and that's exactly what I hope continues to happen, where Brunson has a much more efficient night, but we still get the Anunoby performance. We still get Bridges doing his thing. Karl-Anthony Towns dominating the series so far, the leader in the clubhouse, or finals MVP, and much deserved. Daryl Grant, what's up, Daryl? Ivan, what's up, Ivan? Ernest Cash, Spark DB, appreciate you. TT in the morning, what's up, TT? How are you feeling tonight? I'm feeling excellent. I'm on the moon, brother. I'm on the moon. There was somebody else. Oh, nope, I guess that's it. Appreciate you guys. Fung Pei, that's it. Appreciate you, Fung Pei. Amy Mature sent out 10 gifted memberships. Oh my goodness, Amy. The generosity. K-Hub, what's up, K-Hub? Appreciate you guys. The generosity. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, Amy. My goodness. My goodness. Thank you for that. Everybody's names who was just gifted a membership will then pop up on the stream. I appreciate for your generosity, Amy. All you guys already generous so far here tonight. Thank you for that. AP already with the super chat as well. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. And a couple of people, Chris Baskerville, utilizing the jewel function. Appreciate you for your generosity tonight. My goodness. Brunson 30 ball, very important, obviously, right? We could see Brunson go off in the scoring department. We could see him go off in the assist department. Mostly, you just want to see him take care of the basketball, as well as see everybody else continue to play the way that they have played. 2 consecutive missed free throws from the same player. Again, regular basketball stat. We usually have stuff like that, the logo 3, stuff like that up there. We have Harper for 15 points. Dylan Harper off the bench, raised it back up from 12. We lowered it from 15 down to 12 because he was dealing with an injury, the abdomen injury. He's looking pretty healthy during this series here today. So Harper's back up to 15 points. Huge swing factor for him off the bench. He's been probably their best guard so far in this series. Between Fox, Castle, and Harper, Harper is the guy who I think has been the best and most consistent player during this series. They're going to need him to do well if the Spurs want to win here tonight in the Garden. Go 10 to double-double as always. Wemby for 30 points. Same factor as Brunson, where it necessarily doesn't need 30 points for the Spurs to be successful here tonight, but they do need an efficient game from their stars. So Brunson, Wemby will be battling out tonight for efficiency. Wemby struggling in the Towns and Robinson matchup. Brunson struggling in the Castle overall defense. Castle, Harper, Vassell, Champagnie, all of them keying in on him. James Sumler with a very generous super chat. My goodness, appreciate you, James. Appreciate you, brother. Very generous, and you will pop up as soon as the memberships end here. Appreciate you, James. He said, good evening, my fellow Knicks fans and my man Sheffy. Appreciate you, James. You know the deal, Sheffy. Good night, my fellow Knicks fans. Go Knicks. Yes, sir, James. Yes, sir. Everything we got to do to make sure our Knicks win here tonight. Miss Mars said, why do I feel an overtime coming on? I'm tired? Hey. As long as the Knicks win, they could win by 1 point. They could win by 20 points as long as they win. Appreciate you, James Sumler. Thank you, brother. Susan saying, Cat is too strong and too dominant for Wemby. Too big, too strong, too talented, too skilled. All of it. All of it. Wemby still got a lot to learn. Angel A1 Jerome, appreciate you, Angel. AP said it's an animal house in there. It is crazy. It is absolutely insane in there. You can see it already. Raymond, what's up, Raymond? All right, let me go ahead and turn the volume on real quick. Also, make sure our volume's low. Yeah, there we go. There we go. So you guys don't hear it, and I can hear it, and we can celebrate the player introductions because there should be a special one here tonight. Like I said, first finals game in the Garden this century. This century. Paul Dog NYC, what's up, Paul? All right, so to keep going down our bingo card here, we got Champagne for 3 threes. They're going to need their shooters to shoot it well to have an opportunity of winning here in the Garden. A crazy crowd will be heard from here tonight. So they're going to need their shooters to be calm and confident out there in the perimeter if they want to win. Any player for 3 blocks always feels like a gimme with Wemby out there. We'll see. Castle for 20 points. He's had a rough series offensively. Defensively, he's been very good, obviously, garnering the Brunson matchup. He's been very good there. They are allowing him to kung fu fight out there. I like the physicality, but if they can get him in foul trouble, Castle is going to need to stay away from that in order to help his team win the basketball game here today because his defense has been very integral to what the Spurs want to do, obviously. So they're going to need Castle to remain on the court for defensive reasons, but also if he can put up 20, if somebody can come in and consistently score for Wemby alongside of him, outside, well, it's been Wemby, then it's been Harper, but if they can get Castle, maybe even a Fox, we'll get the Fox in a second here, that would go a long way. McBride for 3 threes, same thing as guys like Champagne and whatnot. Here's the thing, players in general, but role players specifically tend to play much better at home. So we're looking for McBride, we're looking for Alvarado, we're looking for guys like that. Now we are in the NBA Finals, so role players going to have to play well anywhere. But really I think we're in store for a big shooting night, whether it's McBride or we'll get to somebody else and Shamit like that, knocking down a bunch of shots here tonight. It could also be Josh Hart with the crowd in the building, hyping your boy up, right? So we'll see. We'll see. But McBride 3 threes, again, it's not just a McBride 3, it's a shooter thing. We'll get to it when we talk about Shamit as well. It's very integral for the shooters to knock down shots for both teams. Speaking of Champagne, Vassell, McBride, Shamit, those are the guys on the bingo card here tonight with shooting props. We have a failed challenge. Is that Amy Matrue with another? Oh my goodness, a super chat from Amy? Incredibly generous. Appreciate you, Amy. My goodness. Shaq tried to challenge Cat on his game midseason, and Cat is making the impact now. He got the message, and I love it. I mean, Karl Anthony Towns has been a man on a mission since he got to New York. If you've listened to any interview with Cat, he's put it out very publicly, where he desperately wants to work here in New York. Right? He's a kid who's been a Knicks fan since he was a child. He's always wanted to play for the Knicks. From the area, he's a New Jersey kid. Shout out my New Jersey kids. New Jersey kid, has been a Knicks fan his whole life. So you absolutely want to see, he absolutely wanted to see himself thrive on this stage and knew he could, and you're seeing it now. He's seeing it now. AB said they do not look nervous at all. I don't think anybody should look nervous. You're on the grandest stage. You should be ready to go, hyped, excited, right? I wouldn't expect anybody to be nervous. Maybe some of the kids in San Antonio, maybe the moment could get to them, but I highly doubt it. Again, they didn't make it to this stage by being nervous against the defending champions in Oklahoma, which is also a tough place to play. Obviously, it's not Madison Square Garden, but that building gets loud. Those are rabid fans. Tyreek Smith, what's up, Tyreek? They should have gotten you and a few of our boys to officiate tonight's game. They don't want biased me to officiate this basketball game here tonight. Watcher with the watcher, J. Lopez. Appreciate you, J. Lopez. Eamon Owens, what's up, Eamon? Okay, so McBride 3 threes, failed challenge, successful challenge, make its way on the bingo card as always. Bridges 15 points. When Mikal Bridges scores, the Knicks offense tends to look pretty dang good. Now, he didn't score necessarily in game one, and the offense still looked pretty solid, but Bridges is a swing factor. If he can knock down his shots, get to his point, and if they're going to be double teaming Jalen Brunson, guys like Bridges, Anunoby, obviously Towns has to continue to play well. All of these guys are going to have to step up in the absence of Brunson being able to do his thing offensively, right? We have Karl Anthony Towns for 20 points, and he's dominated the series, whether it's with scoring or with his rebounding, his passing, his defense on Wembanyama. Like I said, the leader in the clubhouse for Finals MVP, Karl Anthony Towns, has been literally infallible. There's nothing I can point to and say, oh, he needs to be better there. He's been perfect. And he needs to continue to do that for his team to have success here tonight. Successful challenge as always. Hart 12, 5, and 5. He was a huge player in game one. Was not really heard from in game two. Stir Show, appreciate you, Stir Show. Hope you're having a good time tonight, brother. Happy to see you back. Hart 12, 5, and 5. Is like his averages. So if he could have an average game here tonight, would go a long way for this team. They need his rebounding. They need his impact. Again, wasn't nearly as impactful in game 2. A lot of that had to do with the foul trouble, but also had to do with just a full, not really impactful in the minutes that he did get. I think he only played 18 minutes or so. Actually, I have it up here. I can tell you exactly. He played 18 minutes. He played less than 20 minutes. So here we go. Hart 12 and 5 shot clock violation. Shane with 3 threes. Like I said, McBride, Vassell, Champagny. Shaman because he needs to knock down 3 threes. Here's Vassell with his 3 threes. We have a travel. We have Anunoby, 15 points. Again, the wing duo of Bridges and Anunoby desperately need to have good games against this team. It can't just be Towns and Brunson. It needs to be all hands on deck. I've been saying it all season. All hands on deck, meaning everybody has to contribute. Everybody has to be a part of winning basketball here tonight for the Knicks. From the top all the way down to the end of the bench, guys, whether it's Robinson or McBride or Shaman off the bench, everybody needs to contribute and have a good night. Jose Alvarado. K. Hazy, what's up, K. Hazy? And then Fox for 15 points. He's down from 20 points. Or 25 points, honestly. We took 10 points off of it. He's normally obviously an all-star point guard and their second go-to guy, but him dealing with the ankle injuries has moved him down the totem pole on this team. He's not been as effective. He did have 20 points the other night, so we'll see if he can have another good shooting night here, but he's just not having the impact that he normally would. Getting to the basket, his speed has been a bit compromised. His ball handling slightly compromised. Struggling, moving well. Actually, they're showing the replay here. There was a play, I was going to bring it up, where he did come up limping a little bit. Ankle has been hurting him. It is what it is. Everybody's dealing with something at this point. Brunson got whacked and had to go back to the locker room twice the other night where he had his ankle stomped on. He had the knee guy falling into his knee, Harrison Barnes falling into his knee. And so everybody's dealing with something. Obviously, high ankle sprain is absolutely horrific to have to play through, but you're here. You've had a ton of time. I know you're playing on it, so you're not allowing it to rest and get healthy, which is why we have him down to 15 points. But they need guard contribution, whether it's Harper, Fox, or Castle. They're going to need these guys to step up if they want to win a basketball game. And obviously, the Knicks are going to do their damnedest to hold them down. Corey Skeets, what's up, Corey? Knicks in 4 unless proven otherwise. Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. And then it'll be Knicks in 5, or Knicks in 6, or Knicks in 7. But the Knicks are winning this series. We know this. We know this. Absolutely. Knicks in 4 until proven otherwise. 100%. All right, let's go through the box score now of the previous game. Jason, Knicks in 4 until proven otherwise. Let's go. I love it. I love it. You know the mantra of the channel. Like I said, it's been here for multiple years, but it's finally coming to fruition here today, right? We couldn't live off of Knicks in 4 until proven otherwise because they had yet to sweep a series until this one here today, or this season here, I should say. Angel said, all hands on deck. There you go. There you go. TD in the morning said, I expect the Spurs to win at least one game in this series, but a Knicks sweep is not out of the question. I mean, until they prove us otherwise, TT in the morning, I got to expect a Knicks sweep. I have to. Sturgeon said, I want a Game 7 in the Garden so bad, it ain't happening because Game 7 would be in San Antonio. If it did go to 7, which it is not. Which it is not. Not this year. Maybe next year. Maybe next year we can get a finals Game 7 because we know the Knicks, you know, they're going back to back, of course. Anyway, let's get through the previous box score where the Knicks had a 1-point victory. In the fourth quarter, they held a sizable lead. Aries, what's up, Aries? Is Tony Brothers a ref tonight? Tony Brothers is not a ref. Referees don't get to referee the same game over and over again. Right? So, if we're not going to see Tony Brothers unless this goes to like Game 6 or something, right? Which hopefully it doesn't, which is part of the reason why. T in the morning said, don't be surprised if you see Wemby Sky Hook today. Highly doubt it. Highly doubt it. He doesn't have a bag like that. That's the thing. He doesn't have a bag like that. He wants to shoot jump shots or he wants to get into the paint for dunks. TT in the morning said, I read that one. Brian Paul, what's up, Brian? Thanks for all that you do. Amazing job. Hope the Knicks can celebrate at home. Appreciate you, Brian. I hope so too, man. I hope so. It is going to be wild in the city tonight. Fung Pei putting the officials in the chat. Absolutely. So did Justice Dad earlier. Lana Monis, hit the likes for Chevy Knicks fans. Appreciate you, Lanos. Appreciate you. Sons Jen said good. They can move around. Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully we have a well-officiated game, right? Okay, so if we talk about the previous box score here, I mean, I actually want to start with Josh Hart here. Obviously, there's a lot to talk about. James Sumlin with a very generous, which I appreciate you, James. My goodness, you guys are very generous. Thank you, Jeffy, for adding to the excitement of the season and your hard work. Appreciate you for hanging out with me, guys. I really, really appreciate you guys simply just hanging out. And I appreciate your generosity throughout this playoff run. My goodness, guys. Thank you. Thank you. I actually want to start with Josh Hart here on the box score cover. 0 points, 0 for 4 from field, 0 for 2 from 3. 6 boards, 4 assists. Again, only 18 minutes. Dealt with foul trouble all night. Ended up with 5 personal fouls at the end there. Same with Karl-Anthony Towns, who did not deserve 2 of those fouls. But that ticket prices for the finals is crazy. 5K for a regular seat is crazy work. Brother, we have soared past 5K. We have soared past 5K. I think the cheapest ticket to get into the building tonight, I think was like 7 or 8. Was the cheapest. Like all the way at the tippity top. Yeah. So we have soared past 5K, brother. Farm Boy TV said, finish this one in 4. It's a long way, 53 years. It's Knicks time. NBA Cup, check. Eastern Conference Finals, check. NBA Finals, on its way. Brunson, Eastern Conference Finals MVP, check. Finals, NBA Finals, Cat MVP. I mean, this is a team of guys that do it all. I know I've seen some internet people from other fan bases be like, well, what if Jalen Brunson win Finals MVP? Amy Machua contributing again with the super chat. Appreciate you. She said, thanks for being here all season, Sheffy. Thanks for hanging out with me all season, Amy. I mean, most of you guys have been locked in all season with us. The growth of the community has been insane. Has been insane. Josh Hart. Back to Josh Hart. Yeah, he wasn't very impactful in game 2. The Knicks had a 1-point victory. I expected much more impactful. Josh Hart here tonight at home. Again, the crowd energy should give Josh Hart, who's already extremely energetic, a lot more energy here tonight, which is crazy to say. CEO King, Keith G, what's up, Keith? The dog catcher, Simon Ja, appreciate you guys. Appreciate you. Avery Wilson doing the anthem here tonight. Villanette TV with the Villanette TV. Back in the garden. Let's go, Chevy. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The Mecca of basketball. We love it. All right. So back to Josh Hart. Trying to go through it, but also trying to keep up with the chat. Josh Hart, again, desperately want Josh Hart to have a good game here tonight. Mostly because it is... the screen flashes. The screen flashes Trump as the crowd gives him a hearty boo. John Mazzola, what's up, John? Mark, appreciate you, Mark. King Free, what's up, King Free? So Josh Hart, again, I expect to have a big game here today. Not necessarily in the box score wise, but in the impact wise. I think he's going to be extremely impactful both defensively and then obviously with the other things. In only 18 minutes, he did have 6 rebounds and 4 assists, but I do want to see Josh Hart score the ball, who has scored 3 points in the NBA Finals already between 2 games, right? He only scored 3 points in game 1, had the big 15 rebounds and all of the things. But I do want to see Josh Hart have a nice, maybe like 12-point, 15-point outing, knock down a couple of threes and whatnot. Mikal Bridges, 20 points here tonight, the other night, hopefully here tonight as well. 20 points the other night, felt like he couldn't miss a shot, 8 for 13 overall, missed a couple of down the stretch there. 6 boards, 6 assists, you could see them doing everything they could. That interview from Mikal Bridges after the game, I should have had that queued up and ready to go to play because it's one of the best interviews I've seen. Gabriel Gobi, what's up, Gabriel? Jose NYC, what's up, Jose? Freeman, what's up, Freeman? It was absolutely impeccable game from Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby a little bit of a lesser degree. 5 for 10 from the field. Mikal Bridges was spectacular, and I've already waxed poetic about that third quarter that Mikal Bridges had, where he definitely upkept the the offense, kept them afloat until Towns and Brunson and Anunoby come back in. It was just him and a bunch of other people. Sons Jen said, please make an announcement. Your chatters are dropping like flies. That might be because I have political stuff banned in the chat. So if you guys are getting timed out, I apologize. I apologize. Maybe I should put it here. Hold on. Well, people are dropping like flies. Yeah, I forgot. So any political figures, just to keep, the streams focused on basketball, are all banned. But unfortunately, Donald Trump is making an appearance here tonight in the arena. So, I mean, it's gonna take going all the way over here if I have time to do it. Chris said, no politics talk, only Knicks talk. I know, and I know people aren't talking politics in the chat. They're just, the guy who's made an appearance here, right? So, unfortunately, I didn't even think about that. Sons Jen said, the dude's name is causing a massacre. Yeah, I mean, every political figure I ban in the chat, again, because this is about basketball. It's not about anything else. So I don't ever want it to dissolve into that. Oh, come on. If I can go. Oh, that's because I did the wrong thing. It's that. There we go. We'll see. We're talking about you-know-who. Yeah, he's going to have to be named you-know-who, unfortunately. Unless I can sign into this account here and just remove the banned words for tonight, unfortunately. But again, I also don't want it to devolve into that, which is part of the reason why they're banned to begin with. Literally the only reason. All right, here comes the introductions. I do want to see the introductions. But hold on, I can get there. All right, we can remove Trump for tonight. Everyone else can stay. Everyone else can stay. Okay, Trump is removed. Let's save that. It's like a 5, brother. Okay. Okay. We'll launch that. It's private. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. 5-minute timeouts. We should be okay. We should be okay. Okay, wait. Save settings. There we go. There we go. Okay. We should be okay. We should be. Hopefully. Too bad he's made it political because he sucks. Yeah, I mean, unfortunate. So we should be okay the remainder of the night. I updated it on the website. But here we go. TD in the morning said, what on earth did Josh Hart just smell before he ran on the court? I did not get to see it because I was more focused on the chat, but it is what it is. Angela Harding, what's up, Angela? Angel said, let's move on, peeps. That's what I'm saying. We got to try and keep it on basketball here tonight. So I removed the word for tonight. It'll be back up after tonight. But we're going to move forward. We got to focus on basketball. We got a Knicks game. Maybe I could do this too. I will make a quick announcement, see if I can post it here. Apologies for any unwarranted. Okay. So we should be there, and then we'll pin that. I apologize, guys. I didn't even think about that. My apologies. Chris Baskerville did it so he could purposely get timed out. So I put an announcement in the chat. I'll pin it. My apologies for anybody unfortunately getting timed out. It is inadvertent. I'm not doing it. It automatically does it because we're here for basketball. I'm sorry. But here we go. We are in the Garden. We're ready for basketball. So let's get into it. We didn't have the time to go through the entirety of the box score. But basketball is more important. The game is more important. So here we go. JP drums. Where's my mic? There we go. Now we're locked in, baby. Mark Davis, please have a well-officiated game here tonight. John Collar said, impressive balance of scoring between the starters except Hart. Yeah. I mean, we could throw Landry Shaman in there. Hart only played the 18 minutes with the foul trouble. Landry Shamet scored 13 points off the bench. What I did want to get to eventually, but yes, very impressive balance scoring sheet. Wemby wins the tip, and now here comes Castle bringing it down. Here we go, y'all. Game in the Garden. Finals game in the Garden. They get it to Wemby up top, being guarded by Towns. Coming to his right, hands it off to Fox. Fox swings through to his right, driving it down, takes the baseline, stops, hesitates, kicks out to Wembanyama. He'll take the lane. Euros past the paint, tried to leave it off. Ball got knocked loose. Castle picks it up, kicks out to Fox. Left corner three, De'Aaron Fox can't get it to go. Josh Hart the rebound, and that's how we like to start. A good defensive possession to start. Where's our guys? There we go. Brunson mid-range fall away, comes up short. Gotta get those to go down, JB. You got to your spot, you gotta knock them down. Here comes Vassell up top to Wembanyama. Wembanyama gets it over to Castle. Castle coming to his left, stops, coming to his right off the Wemby screen now on the re-screen, gets to the mid-range, pump fake, picks up his handle, got nowhere to go, kicks it out to Champagnie over to Vassell. Vassell up top, being guarded by Anunoby over to Fox, jab step, coming to his left, blows past the defense, spins in the lane, fall away over Hart, well defended, in and out, can't get it to go. Towns with the rebound, neither team yet to score, we're a minute in. Here comes Bridges bringing it down. He's being guarded by Castle. And they put Fox back on Brunson, which is what they did in the regular season. Bridges tries to get it to Anunoby and turns it over, throws it over his head. And now here come the Spurs bringing it down the other way. The next Aeon said, what's up, Aeon? Knicks look ready to lock down the Garden. I hope so. The defenses look solid from both sides. Castle bump Euro down the lane in the paint, kicks it out. The Fox swings through to his left in the paint. Floater. No, it's a lob up top to Wembanyama for the two-handed slam. And the first points of the night go to the San Antonio Spurs, and Josh Hart will bring it down the other way. Josh Hart has it up top, being guarded by Champagnie. Josh Hart spins off of him, coming to his left, spins off of Castle, picks up his handle, and Josh Hart throws it away. And that's back-to-back turnovers for the New York Knicks so far here tonight. Come on, New York. Get yourselves into it. And the Spurs will inbound it here. It's 2-0. They get it in the Castle, being guarded by Hart. Castle crosses over to his left. Josh Hart staying in front of him. Now coming to his right, coming off a couple of screens. Towns hedges out hard. They lob it back inside to Wembanyama for a big one-handed hammer over OG. And Wembanyama gets 2 dunks to start the game off. Brunson bringing it down, and yet almost a turnover. Wembanyama just couldn't pick it up. Leaves it off for Anunoby, leaves it off for Hart. Hart in the paint, has got to pull it back out. Is Wembanyama able to guard 3 players at once? Bridges step back corner 3, gets blocked by Wemby, and the Spurs have come out on fire, offensively and defensively, and Castle pushing the pace over Fox, coming off a Wemby screen down the lane, gets in the paint, kicks it out to Vassell, left wing 3. Vassell gets it to drop down. It's 7-0 to start the game here tonight. And Brunson will bring it down. Brunson crosses over to his right off a Towns screen in the backcourt. Brunson picks up his handle over to Towns up top. He's going to pump fake, drive to his right, pulls it back, swings it over to Josh Hart, wide open, left wing 3, and Josh Hart gets us on the board. Wembanyama and the Spurs are going to the ghost coverage on Josh, leaving him wide open. Josh Hart is going to have a big night here tonight, which is why I talked about him in the open. Amy Mitchell with yet another one. Appreciate you, Amy. Castle down the lane, bump, Euro, layup. Got it to go. End of the foul for Steph Castle as the San Antonio Spurs look phenomenal to start the night. Okay. We're ready to go, though. We're good. Adani said, I have a feeling my beloved Knicks will lose big tonight. Sure, brother, sure. Your beloved Knicks. Hilarious. Keenan Hart said, we're in trouble with half-court trap and ball handling. Yeah, I've talked about in previous games where I wouldn't mind seeing a Brunson Alvarado backcourt as Castle misses a free throw. We love when our opponents misses free throws. A Brunson Alvarado backcourt, maybe a Kolek sighting just to get more ball handling out there. We'll see. Brunson has it in the post against Castle, backing him down, stop, turn, pump fake, half spin, leans in, one-legged, fall away off glass, got it to go. How did he knock it down? Who knows? He got it to go over Wemby too, and he got it to go off glass. It's 9-5, and here comes Castle bringing it down. He has it up top. Hits Fox cutting back door. Fox gets fouled by Mikal Bridges. Is that 2 fouls on Bridges? I believe that's 2 fouls on Bridges now. And Bridges is going to have to sub out of the game. My goodness, that shot from Brunson. He got it over Castle, which was well contested, and he even got it over Wembanyama as well. My goodness. So Landry Shamet is going to have to come in for Mikal Bridges, who's now dealing with foul trouble. Foul trouble. You hope it doesn't play a factor here tonight, and both sides can just play their best lineups. Anunoby knocking the ball off of Fox, and that's a great defensive possession from Anunoby, causing the turnover. Ball back to the Knicks. All right, now we just got to put points on the board. Brunson will bring it down against Castle here. Brunson gets it to Towns, left wing. And that's an offensive foul on Jalen Brunson, running through the chest of Steph Castle there, trying to get the ball back off ball. He gave it up to Towns, and then Brunson's supposed to, it's a pistol action. He gives it up to Towns, then he comes back for the handoff action. Brunson runs through the chest of Steph Castle there. That's a foul. It's a little bit of a flop from Castle too, but that's a foul on Brunson. 10 times out of 10, maybe 9 times out of 10, but that's a foul. They lob it inside the Wembanyama, and Wembanyama gets the lay-in. Not sure what the defensive coverage from the Knicks there was. Wembanyama was under the basket by himself. They get over to Anunoby up top. Anunoby coming to his left off of Brunson screen. Gets it back to Brunson. Brunson on the right wing. Being guarded by Champagnie. Blows past him, but a foul is called on Champagnie. TD in the morning said, OMG, they just collided, yeah. Towns was up trapping Castle at the half-court line. Not sure what the defensive coverage there was. Miscommunication, just a bad spot. I don't know. I got to see that play again. To get into Anunoby in the right corner, being guarded by Vassell. Anunoby drives the baseline, hop step in the paint, pass fake, up top to Hart, extra pass to Shamet, wide open left wing three. Shamet off the back rim, can't get it to go. Anunoby trying to keep it alive, but Fox knocks it over to Castle. Castle head of steam, bringing it down. Castle has it up top, picked up by Towns. They get it over to Wemby. Pump fakes. Wemby hands it off to Castle. Castle will line up a left wing three. Castle will knock down a left wing three, and the Spurs looking very comfortable out there. And now here comes Brunson bringing it down. He has it on the left wing. 14-5 so far to start the game. A 9-point lead for the San Antonio Spurs. Brunson crosses over on Champagnie. Down the lane, picks up the foul. Can't get the floater to go, but he will go to the foul line for 2 free throws. And Amy Machua continues her generosity tonight. My goodness, Amy, I appreciate it. You know you don't have to, but my goodness, do I appreciate generosity tonight. Appreciate you with the 5 gifted memberships from Amy. That knocks it up to 15 gifted memberships tonight. And a couple of super chats as well. My goodness, Amy. Appreciate you. So now Brunson's at the free throw line for 2 free throws. He is getting foul calls so far here tonight. That's always a good sign. Brunson knocks down the first free throw. Thank you, JB, for knocking down your free throws. Please knock down the next one. J Bear said, at least I got something. There you go, brother. Angel said, same old. Spurs starting hot, Knicks will sell it in. Yeah, I'm not worried about it. Obviously, you wish they would get off to a little bit of a better start, or maybe Spurs would get off to a worse start. But either way, Knicks off to a rough start offensively and defensively as Brunson misses the second free throw. JB, we got to knock down our free throws, brother. Come on. What are we doing? Under 8 to go. Castle bringing it down. He's being guarded by Hart. Steph Castle being guarded by Josh Hart. 8-point lead for the Spurs. Coming to his left off a Wembanyama screen. Castle stops. Coming to his right. Foul line. Pull-up jumper over Hart. Rattles it in for Steph Castle. Could be a Steph Castle. Now the Spurs take an early 10-point lead here. Shamet gets it into Josh Hart, and Josh Hart will bring it down. Josh Hart has it up top, being guarded by Victor Wembanyama. Coming to his left. Coming off a couple of screens. Gets it over to Brunson. Extra pass, Shamet. Shamet dancing with it against Wemby, crosses over, goes under the rim, pulls it back out, leaves it off for Hart. Hart lines up a left wing three. Another one, just hit one from the same spot. Yes, sir, that's 2 in a row for big Josh Hart. Don't leave me open. Hit ahead, Wembanyama, right wing, pump fakes. Being guarded by Anunoby, swings through to his right, bump Euro down the lane in the paint, layup, got it to go, and the foul for Victor Wembanyama. I don't love the defense so far. I don't love the defense from the Knicks so far. Here, Anunoby's matched up with Wembanyama. I'm not sure why I would do that. I'd have Towns on Wembanyama, which has been excellent so far through the first 2 games. Wembanyama, you can see clearly being much more intentional about the shots he's taken instead of settling for jump shots. He is putting his head down and getting to the basket here tonight. Nick Yak, what's up, Yak? Game don't start until we're down 10. There you go, brother. Absolutely. Shea Bear said, I thought you were in the hospital. It was a bad thing. I didn't know. It was supposed to be a good place. What? Okay. So now we're under 7 to go, approaching the halfway point. Wembanyama knocked down his and 1 free throw, and it knocks it back up to 10. Got those 3 points back. Brunson comes up hobbling and almost throws the ball away, knocked out of bounds by Harper. Brunson comes up hobbling. Looks like he got hit below the belt. Hit where you don't want to be hit. Keenahara, what's up, Keenahara? Wemby acting like he should all series. Yeah, he's putting his head down. He's actually getting to the rim here tonight, not settling for jump shots. Chris Basketball said, had to change names. Samo got timed out. Unfortunate. Amy said, Wemby is the only thing about the Spurs that will win the series. I mean, Wemby is 9 points on 4 for 4 shooting so far. They're allowing him to be wide open under the rim a couple of times. Mark said the vibes are off. Maybe. Spurs just coming out excellent so far. Brunson with 3 points. Josh Hart with 6 points. Nobody else has scored. Towns hasn't taken a shot. Anunoby hasn't taken a shot. Bridges picked up 2 fouls early. A lot going against them so far. Paper Dog, what's up, Paper Dog? I think the Spurs are challenging here. The out of bounds call. So Brunson pretty much just kind of threw it over to Anunoby, who was not open because he got hit below the belt and was just trying to save the ball at that point. But Omzi, what's up, Omzi? Jordan Clarkson for the win. They're gonna need a scoring punch off the bench here tonight. We are at 6:49, so regardless of whether or not they win this challenge, I'd look to bring somebody in off the bench right now to shore up the paint right now because it has been a free run down there so far. Rich Smith said, go back to Cat. They have given the ball to Cat multiple times. It has not worked out. Baby Dog said, no team has ever come back from 3. You think Wemby wants that? Do I think Wemby wants to go down 3-0 so he could possibly be the first person to come back down 3-0? No, I do not. I don't think he wants anything to do with that. Miguel Rivera, what's up, Miguel? TT in the morning said, pretty early for a challenge if you ask me. I don't know if they challenged. I think they did because the ball was knocked out of bounds and you saw multiple players signal for that. Eric C said, dang, I got banned for mentioning those who do not speak of. My bad. Yeah, I'm sorry, Eric. I'm sorry. It's just something I have up all the time. It's not just him. It's most political figures are in the banned word list just because I don't ever want the chat to deviate away from basketball, which is what we're here for. And unfortunately, he made an appearance here tonight, and so people were talking about it. I did try to change the settings. I don't know if they went into full effect until maybe after tonight. So again, I'm sorry, which is why I put that in the chat. My bad, Eric. My bad. It is automatic. Nobody did it to you. It was automatic. So I apologize. Jeff Fan, what's up, Jeff Fan? Cindy Nevins, appreciate you, Cindy. You can thank Amy for that. Aeon said, not shocking for New York to get off to a slow start, but the bench is so ready to close the gap. We'll see how the young San Antonio squad looks at the Garden in the biggest game of their life down the stretch. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Christian said, he who will not speak of is in the building. Yeah, unfortunately. Chico said, was he booed hard? He was booed pretty heavily. All right, here we go. We're back into it. The Knicks do get the ball. I don't know if they use a challenge. I don't think so. They did not make any notion of it. So Anunoby has in the post against Castle now. Fall-away jumper over Castle. Comes up short, but gets the friendly roll off the front of the rim, and he gets it to drop down. It's 19-11, 6:30 to go here in this first quarter. And Castle will bring it down against Hart. Castle coming to his right off the screen, putting his head down attacking, throws a lob up top to Wemby, catches it against Towns, spins, and he's out of bounds, and the ball back to the Knicks. Good defense from Towns there. There's been a couple of times I've seen Anunoby switched onto Wemby there, and I don't love that matchup. I know a lot of people thought they were going to go to that matchup. I don't like that matchup. I'm just going to play Towns straight up. Brunson has it up top. Trying to get it to Shamit. They're trying to get it to Towns. They do get it to Towns. Out by the three-point line, being guarded by Keldon Johnson. Towns faces up. Why is the timer not going? Hands it off to Shamit, coming to his left. Over to Anunoby. Left corner three for OG. Comes up short. Can't get the bounce. Rebounded by Harper, and he's bringing it down the other way. Hit ahead to Castle. Castle picked up by Shamit. Castle loses the handle, picks it back up, swings it over to Harper. Harper, being guarded by Hart, coming to his left, splits the defense down the lane in the paint. Lefty layup, got it to go. What a move from Dylan Harper. My goodness, the kid is fearless. The skill is unmatched. Brunson fakes the handoff, keeps it, goes under the rim against Wembanyama, pulls it all the way back out to the other side. Brunson up top. Pull up deep straightaway three. Brunson throws up a brick, can't get it to go. Battle for the rebound, knocked away from Towns, and now here comes Castle bringing it down. Castle has it up top, coming to his right, picks up his handle. They try to lob it down low to the Wemby. He's being guarded by Shamit, goes up, ball knocked out of his hands, blocked by somebody, or he just lost it. Here comes Brunson pushing the other way. Spurs do a great job getting back on defense. Anunoby spins in the lane, two-handed slam. OG Anunoby, talk about the hamstring feeling better. My goodness. And now here come the Spurs bringing it down the other way. It's 21-13, 5 minutes to go here in this first quarter. Harper has it up top, coming to his left. Brunson hedges out hard. Now switched on to him. Now they try to switch it back. They kick it over to Vassell, right wing three. He's open, and he knocks it down. A bad switch. A bad switch there. If you're the Knicks, you just got to live with Brunson switched onto him at that point. You got to live with that. Giving up a wide open three to Vassell, who knocked down his second one already here tonight. They get over to Shaman on the left wing. They get over to Josh Hart. Josh Hart up top, coming to his left, putting his head down, attacking, stops, turns, picks up his handle. There's nowhere to go. And then a foul is finally called on Keldon Johnson. All game long so far, we've seen Keldon Johnson kung fu fighting with Karl-Anthony Towns for post positioning, and they did finally hit him with the foul call. Finally. Cornette comes in, Wembanyama goes out, Castle goes out, Fox comes in for him. So we are now in the So they're also showing a play where Wembanyama gives a cheap shot to Jalen Brunson. I mean, this guy's dirty. This guy is dirty, man. They hand it off to Brunson, over to Josh Hart. Josh Hart gets it to Towns. Towns high post left wing being guarded by Johnson. Towns faces up. Reading the floor. Jab step out to Josh Hart. He's going to pump fake from three. Rhythm dribble, step back, left wing three, another one. Off the back rim, over the backboard. Rebounded by Fox, and he's bringing it down the other way. 4:18 to go here. They get over to Vassell, up top to Fox, being guarded by Shamit. They get over to Keldon Johnson, full head of steam against Brunson, goes to the rim, can't get the layup to go. Cornette, the rebound, kicks it out to Fox, swings it over to Vassell, catches, pump fakes, back over to Fox. Fox with the shot clock down to 8. Jab step, pulls it back, mid-range, pull-up jumper over Shamit, can't get it to go. Josh Hart, a big, strong rebound, and now Josh Hart will bring it down the other way, full head of steam, head down, going to the rim, spins, down the lane in the paint, kicks it out. McBride down low to Towns. Towns steps behind the three-point line, can't get the shot off. Good recovery from Cornette. Towns floater, got it to go, and got something to say to Cornette too. Okay, you got to bring the energy some way. It's a 9-point game. Here comes Harper. Harper on the right wing, being guarded by Brunson. Harper coming to his right, stops, steps back, crossing over to his left, spin, half spin, fall away, over Brunson, off the back rim. Josh Hart yet another rebound. Josh Hart shot out of a cannon, head down, going to the rim against the rookie, double clutch layup, got me to go, and Cornette runs him over. Where's my foul? Oh, and Josh Hart gets up and pushes him. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Fight back, Knicks. Spurs playing dirty here tonight. Wembanyama started it. Keldon Johnson kept it going, and now Cornette knocks Josh Hart to the ground. Let's get it going. Let's get it going. 7-point game, 24-17. Get the crowd into it, too. Troy Carolina said, call some dang fouls, and it won't be static. Absolutely. Absolutely. They can't keep letting them kung fu fight like this. Somebody's going to get hurt. Josh Hart opens it up tonight as the leading scorer. 8 points so far for big Josh Hart. So far. AP said, the slow starts again. Come on, how do you not get ready for this? Brother, they're ready. You're just going up against a great defense. Got to figure it out as the game goes on. Amy said, Wemby ain't good enough to not win dirty. He's building a nice reputation of being an extremely dirty player. Already delivered a cheap shot to Jalen Brunson they showed the replay of earlier. I'll tell you right now, man, Wembanyama making a hater out of me. He's making a hater out of me. Jimbo Dini, what's up, Jimbo? 3-peat in the works. It's a 7-point game, 24-17 right now. Isaiah Garner said, Spurs are playing dirty and hacking. Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. Fix the score. My bad. Thank you. There we go. It's 17-24. I was too hyped with the Josh Hart moment that I forgot to deliver. The 2 points of the Knicks. Keenan Hart said, their defense is swarming. We got to A, fight, but B, figure it out. Yeah, they got to be more aggressive for sure. But like you said, they got to figure it out. They've come out with a bit of a different defensive game plan. They're going to the ghost coverage on Josh Hart. We're putting their center on them and daring Josh Hart to beat you from the perimeter. And so far tonight, he's 3 for 4 from the field, 2 for 3 from three-point range. That's his one miss. He's got 8 points, 3 rebounds so far here tonight. He's got to continue to be aggressive, looking to score the basketball here tonight because that's how they're playing him. Henry Robinson with them, Henry. Relax. I like that Wemby's dirty. Makes me know he wants it. Or maybe just be good at basketball, and then you wouldn't have to play dirty. Henry Robinson said, I knew it'd be a gritty game. Yeah, I mean, there's a difference between being a gritty game and a dirty game. Raymond said, this kind of play is a little scary. Spurs beating dirty because of the last game. I mean, look, they're trying to take as big of an edge as they can. AP with a very generous, which I appreciate, brother. Are you not ready for this? Brother, they are ready for this. What makes you think that they're not ready for this? Nick Yak said it's going to be a double technical. It better not be a double technical. We'll see. It might just be a no call. It might just be a play on, and maybe the refs will clean it up from here forward. We'll see. Carson, what's up, Carson? I'm not saying y'all are going to lose, but imagine playing $30K to go basketball game and watch your team lose. Well, it's going to be a close game. I think that's been established. Maybe said they're behind already, not ready. Do you think being behind in a basketball game means you're not ready? Have you ever played a basketball game before, AP? Doesn't sound like it, brother. Doesn't sound like it. Amy Drew said we're ready for Knicks and 4 until proven otherwise. So prove me otherwise. It's a 7-point game. Aeon said game 2 was pretty physical as well, with a ton of no calls. Unfortunately for San Antonio, they can't hang with our heavyweights. No, they can't. And they're trying to get dirty here. Oh, man. They showed the Wemby play, and that was extra. That was extra. So it is a technical on Josh Hart and nothing else. Durston, what's up, Durston? Ian Parkin said, look at Wemby did the Brunson. Oh, yeah, man, he's getting real dirty. He's getting real dirty. Mark said the fix is in. They're trying so hard. So Vassell's at the free throw line for 2. And Vassell misses the technical free throw. Ball don't lie, ref. Ball don't lie. Tyreek Smith said, everyone knows the Knicks are known for getting fired up and fighting back. Yeah. Don't tug on Superman's cape now. Don't you do that. Dylan Harper will bring it down. 3:20 to go. Robinson is in. McBride is in. They hand it off to Fox up top, coming to his left, off the Cornet screen, driving it down, cross-court pass, Harper, right corner, 3. Harper can't get it to go. Shamet, the nice strong rebound in the paint. 3 Knicks down there battling for that rebound. You love to see it. And with a little over 3 minutes to go, they get it up top to Robinson, hands it off to Shamet. Shamet, a one-dribble pull-up 3. Shamet can't get it to go. McBride battling for the rebound, but Harper pulls it out, hit ahead to Fox. Fox picked up by Shamet, leaves it off for Keldon Johnson, bump Euro down the lane, puts up the floater, in and out, and in again for Keldon Johnson over OG Anunoby, getting the finish to go down. And now here comes Brunson bringing it down the other way. Brunson up top being guarded by Vassell. Brunson bringing it down, coming to his left off the Anunoby screen. Over to Robinson, back to Brunson. Brunson, pass fake, jab step, coming to his right, down in the lane, leans in, stop, one-legged, fall away. The Dirk comes up short, battle for the rebound. Cornet knocks it into the air. Harper picks up the rebound, hit ahead to Keldon Johnson, full head of steam, kicks it up top to Harper. Harper over to Cornet, over to Fox. Fox swings through to his left off the Cornet screen, and a pull-up foul line jumper, got it to go for De'Aaron Fox, and Shamet's falling down on a couple of these Cornet screens. He's looking at the ref, looking for a moving screen violation. They're not giving it to him. Got to play through it, and now Brunson has it on the left wing, coming to his right off the Robinson screen, down the lane, snaking his way, stop. Puts up the layup. Got it to go for Jalen Brunson. Another smooth move. Okay. Got to keep the offensive flow and survive the quarter at this point. 2 minutes to go. Here comes Harper. Harper has it up top, being guarded by Shamet. Harper pulls it out, coming to his left, picks up his handle, got nowhere to go. Kicks it out to Cornet. Cornet up top. Cornet fakes the handoff, keeps it, hits Harper, come back door, and a big two-handed hammer in the paint. Over OG Anunoby on the weak side. Shamet, really rough defensive sequences so far here tonight. He's been bad, and McBride throws it away. And now here comes Keldon Johnson, full head of steam. Can't get the layup to go. Brunson knocks the rebound loose. Shamet picks it up. Over to Anunoby. Hit ahead to McBride. McBride will walk it down the other way. Great defensive possession there. They get it over to Anunoby. He's going to look to attack. Crosses over down the lane in the paint. Gets fouled. And he's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. Amy Mature continues her generosity tonight. Amy, I appreciate you. You don't have to do it, but my goodness, I appreciate you. My goodness, with another 5 gifted memberships from Amy. Thank you, Amy. Thank you. Victor Marquez, appreciate you, Victor. He said, Knicks have to play against the Spurs and the refs. It's been rough. The officiating's been rough yet again. We were hoping for a better officiated game. It's not looking like it. Not looking like it. OJ Anunoby at the foul line for 2 free throws. Yeah, we haven't had anything happen so far. As Anunoby hits the first free throw, he's got another one coming. Haven't had anything happen so far on our bingo card, which is fine. Wemby comes in for the final minute and a half of the quarter here. Keenan said Harper can jump over the moon. Those are those 20-year-old knees, brother. He won't be doing that later in his career. Those are those 20-year-old knees. Got to take full advantage of it now. Anunoby knocks down both free throws. Fox will bring it down. 1:20 to go. Fox up top, crosses over, leaves it up top to Wembanyama. Over to Champagnie, back to Wemby. Wemby dances with it against Robinson, loses the handle, kicks out to Champagnie, a 3 over Brunson, and he got it to go down. The threes are a-flowing for the San Antonio Spurs here in the Garden. And now here comes Brunson bringing it down the other way. Brunson coming to his right against Harper, putting his head down, attacking in the lane, stops, has it in the post, pulls it back out, directing traffic. A lot of standing around for Anunoby and McBride operating in the same space. Brunson in the post against him, spins off of him, pump fake, stops, turns, spins, flips it up, can't get it to go. Robinson the offensive rebound, gets hacked from behind, and Fox is out of bounds when he grabs the ball, so the ball will stay here with the Knicks with 2.5 on the clock. Mark said too much ice, he'll get Mitch off the floor. A lot of standing around for the other players as well, for sure. Brunson slips it inside the Robinson, who pump fakes, goes up, gets fouled. He's going to the foul line for 2. Good pass from Brunson. Good job from Robinson, clearing space in the paint. Wonder who that foul is on. I think it's on Harper. So we got 1 foul on Wemby, 1 foul on Champagnie, 1 foul on John. I guess that was on Wembanyama there. As far as the Knicks go, 2 fouls for Mikal Bridges early in that first quarter. Definitely made an impact into the way they started the game. I think Landry Shamet has been really rough defensively here tonight. Really rough. Spurs doing an excellent job of getting around him. Mike said the pick and JB up full court. They are indeed. Madrasi, what's up, Madrasi? There's Robinson. Gets the friendly bounce on the first free throw. Yes, sir, big dog. Give me another one. Give me another one, Big Mitch. Just that's a Knicks 2 for 8 from 3. It'll even out as the game goes on. Rich Smith said not liking this lineup. Yeah. I don't love the lineup either. I don't mind the lineup. I don't mind it. Mitchell Robinson does miss the second free throw. Wembanyama the rebound. Gets it over to Harper, and Harper will bring it down. And get it over to Fox. Fox up top being guarded by Shamet. Shamet up top, coming to his left off the Wemby screen, slips it over to Wemby. Wemby the straightaway 3 over Robinson. Wemby can't get it to go. Anunoby the rebound, and the Knicks will bring it down and hold it for what could be the final shot of the quarter, although there is about a 7-second difference between game clock and shot clock, so the Spurs should get the ball back with an opportunity to score again. Brunson up top being guarded by Vassell. Coming to his right, Champagnie switches onto him. Brunson's going to look to attack here now with the game clock winding down. Brunson, a go screen from Shamet. Brunson driving to his right. Step back, baseline pull-up. That's his shot. Misses it. Battle for the rebound. Picked up by Wemby. Wemby will bring it down. 5 seconds to go. Wemby, he's going to pull up for 3 here. Wembanyama, rhythm dribble. Crosses over. Driving it down to the lane. Loses the handle on the ball. And that'll be the end of the quarter right there. Okay. 11-point deficit for the Knicks, 33-22. An excellent first quarter shooting from the San Antonio Spurs, and a lot to clean up defensively for the New York Knicks. Did not like the way they started the game defensively at all. And I thought Landry Shamet in particular had a couple of really rough defensive possessions there. Really rough defensive possessions. Keenan Arcedo, we are not firing nothing but contested shots. This is not bad shooting by us. It's smothering defense for San Antonio. It is. It's also excellent shooting from the Spurs so far. I'm not too concerned about the offense. I think the offense will find its way. It usually does. I'm more concerned that I think it's been really bad defense from the Knicks so far. I mean, look at these are just the players on the court so far. Champagnie's 1 for 1 from 3, had a decent look at it, knocked it down. Wembanyama's 4 for 6 from the field. The 2 shots he missed were jump shots. Fox, 1 for 4 from the field. But outside of that, everybody else shooting well. Vassell's 2 for 2 for 2 made threes. Harper 2 for 4 for 4 points. Both of his shots coming at the rim. I'm more concerned with the defense. The defense has not been very good tonight. And not to pick on any one player. I've mentioned Shaman a couple of times. That's because there was a couple of times he died on a screen, meaning he got hit by the screen and fell down looking for a moving screen violation. Like, you're in the NBA Finals, big dog. You can't get knocked to the ground. You got to be able to fight through that screen. And by falling to the floor, now you're forcing your team to operate in 5-on-4 situations. So definitely need the defense to be better from both McBride, Shamet, Josh Hart, and Brunson had a miscommunication on one spot where like they were like, "Are you guarding that guy? Am I guarding that guy?" So, and then Mikal Bridges picking up the 2 early fouls. You're gonna see him obviously start the second quarter here. Kennard said, Shamet got crushed by Cornet screens. He did. I didn't think any of them were like any egregiously set moving screens. Maybe he was moving a bit and he knocked Shamet out. But like you can't fall to the ground on 2 screens and back-to-back possessions like that. It forces your team to play 5-on-4. Maybe it's a moving screen, maybe it's not. You can't expect to get those calls in the NBA Finals. You can't. Joe said, JB poor shooting game again. Yeah, 2 for 7 from the field for 5 points. Not going to get it done. Dave said, JB needs to find a shot. He lost it. He's had very few clean looks for sure. It's been really rough. Absolutely, it's been really rough shooting for him. He's got to find it. Rich Smith said, we only have 3 assists to 11 for the Spurs ball movement. Defense. The Knicks have given up wide open backdoor cuts to the Spurs, wide open shots at the rim off of a couple of these backdoor cuts, which is why I'm emphasizing the Shamet thing. Not to pick on Landry Shamet. We know he could be a good defender, but you can't die in those screens in that spot. A couple of miscommunications for the Knicks. When you knock down shots like the Spurs did, 30s TV became a member. Appreciate you, 30s TV. My goodness. Was that Amy again? Amy with another 5 gifted memberships? Hold on. Did I miss that? Oh my goodness, Amy. My goodness, you don't have to keep doing this. I appreciate you. Just that's a JV minus 11. Yeah, he's minus 11 because he played the whole first quarter, brother. That's how that works. Nick Yak said 2 shots Wemby missed against Mitch. Yeah. I don't know if that last one counts as a shot. I guess it does. I thought it was more of a turnover from him because he lost the ball on the way up. But either way, I guess it's a missed shot. And then he shot a 3. So I think the good job there for Mitch is keep him out on the perimeter. I think it might be beneficial to maybe go to a double big lineup if they put Wemby and Keldon Johnson out there together. I think that might be a beneficial strategy as well moving forward. We'll see. Alvarado comes into the game inside to Anunoby. Anunoby in the paint. Shovels it out to Shamet. Shamet ran off that 3-point line. Picks up his handle out to Alvarado. Jab step coming to his right in the paint. Floater over Wemby. Got it to go. Jose Alvarado not scared at all. Need that kind of mentality in this series. Here we go. Castle bringing it down, being guarded by OG Anunoby. Castle gets it over to Fox. Down in the paint. Kicks it out to Carter Bryant. Wide open left corner 3. Carter Bryant got it to go. Nothing but net. And the 3-point shots are flowing for the Spurs here tonight, but they also generating nice wide open looks as well. Alvarado bringing it down. He has it up top. They get it over to Towns. Towns picks up his handle, swings it over to McBride. McBride pump fakes, cross the lane, out to Alvarado in the corner. Alvarado picks up his handle. Doesn't pick up his handle, but doesn't dribble it. Crosses over to his right. Hesitation move on Castle. My goodness. Crossing him up, but kicks it out to Shamet. Step back 3, gets blocked by Carter Bryant, and the Knicks really struggling to generate looks here. And now here comes Castle bringing it down. Crosses over, pulls it back out. Bullet pass in the corner to Carter Bryant. Doesn't want to take the shot. Stops, turns, pump fake, kicks it out. Up top to Wembanyama. AP with a very generous super chat. Appreciate you, brother. AP has it up. Wemby has it up top against Towns. Knocks the ball loose, gets it over to Champagny, throws up the 3 over Anunoby, can't get it to go. Good box out from Shamet, rebounded by Alvarado. Maybe a grab and hold from Shamet, but he got away with one there. Alvarado up top, being guarded by Carter Bryant. Spins, coming to his right, driving it down, over to Anunoby. He'll take the baseline, kicks it out to McBride. McBride, pass fake, excellent rotations from the Spurs here tonight. Knicks can't generate any open looks. McBride throws up a contested 3, can't get it to go, and a loose ball foul in the Spurs, shoving Karl-Anthony Towns to the ground, battling for that rebound there. Surprise Bridges not back on the court right now. I understand maybe you want to stick to your regular rotations, but adjust on the fly, man. Adjust on the fly. Got to get Mikal back out there, man. Just that said, Deuce has been bad. Not getting any open looks. Jordan Clarkson's going to come into the game, actually. No Bridges, huh? No Bridges. So Jordan Clarkson's going to come in for McBride here. You got to get you got to get some offensive creativity out there. I like it. Jordan Clarkson's going to have to hold up defensively, though, here. That's why he's been losing minutes in the series here. Towns has it up top against Carter Bryant, putting his head down, attacking across the lane, kicks out to Anunoby in the corner, has to throw up the 3, gets fouled by Steph Castle. He's going to the free throw line for 3 free throws. AB said, I don't want a 94 collapse. All right, AB. Relax, brother. been nothing but negative comments tonight, brother. Appreciate your generosity, though. Who being said Clarkson was clutch in the NBA Cup Series? He was. I mean, the one game. Well, in the series, technically, in both games. Yeah, he was pretty clutch in those. Kenar said, I hope Mikhail's okay. He's okay. He subbed out earlier in the game because of the 2 fouls. But they might want to stick with their regular rotations, which Mikhail doesn't normally start the second quarter. But I kind of want to see him out there. He hasn't played in a while. Anunoby knocks down the first free throw. He's got 2 more coming. Anunoby does knock down the second free throw. He's got 1 more coming. It's a 10-point game, 36-26. Graham James said Knicks going to own the second? Hopefully. Gabriel said Cat not involved yet? Cat is highly involved, brother. Cat is incredibly involved. He's touching the ball on almost every possession here. They get it to Champagny. Champagny gets it over to Castle. Castle bringing it down, being guarded by Shamit. Castle has it up top. Castle dancing with it. He's going to put his head down, spin, down the lane against Shamit, and Shamit picks up a foul against Castle there. Great drive and attack from Castle. Elite prayers with the elite. No one can stop us, New York Knicks all the way. Absolutely, brother, absolutely. Kenar said we got to figure out their defense. Yeah, that's number 1 priority. That is number 1 priority. Just that said, do you think Sohan knows how to piss off Wemby? Yeah, that's not the issue, though. Castle knocks down the first free throw. Anunoby did knock down the other free throw, by the way. Chico, appreciate you, Chico. Very complimentary, brother. Appreciate you. Sean Collins, I got you, Sean. I got you. Thank you. Castle knocks down his first free throw. He's got another one coming. It's a 10-point game. Anunoby did knock it down to 9. Castle does knock down both free throws there. And it is back up to 11. And Jordan Clarkson will bring it down and get it over to Alvarado. Alvarado coming to his left. Picked up by Champagny. Alvarado has it up top. Mikal Bridges back in the game for Landry Shamet, who has, in my opinion, had a very rough night so far. Alvarado shoves it over to Towns. Towns, foul line, pump fake, back out to Alvarado. Alvarado coming to his right, pulls it back. Picked up by Wembanyama, pull-up jumper over him. Got it to go, yes, sir. And the foul counted. Another foul on Carter Bryant running over Karl-Anthony Towns. Rookie mistakes from Carter Bryant there. Towns will go to the foul line for 1 more. Jose Alvarado is saying, Wembanyama, I don't care. You're 7'7", I don't care. I'm going to drive it past you and knock down the pull-up jumper over you. Jay Garner said, why aren't we doing a full-court press too? Because we don't have full-court press players, brother. And we also don't have a 7'7" alien to clean up the back line if somebody does get beat. Real Art Man said, not worried about this little lead. We've seen how we do it. Yeah, it's a small 10-point lead. It is what it is. Towns at the foul line for 1 more. 9-point lead now. Can cut it to 8. Towns does knock down the free throw. Is that his first point? No, he did knock down a floater. So he's only on 3. He's only on the 3-point so far. Does hit the free throw. 30-38. Castle down the lane. Layup. Got it to go past Karl-Anthony Towns and Steph Castle. Excellent night so far here tonight. Steph Castle is up to 11 points on 4 for 4 from the field, getting into that paint. And now here comes Alvarado bringing it down, directing traffic over to Towns. Towns up top being guarded by Castle. Towns. Pass fake. Pass fake. Pass fake. Spins. Driving to his right. Hands it off to Anunoby. Anunoby being guarded by Carter Bryant. Swings through to his left. Down in the lane. Kicks it out to Jordan Clarkson. The left corner 3. JC. Got me to go. Jordan Clarkson. Can it be the Clarkson game, baby? Can it be the Clarkson game? Alvarado picking up Steph Castle full court. They get it over to Wembanyama, bringing it down. He has it up top. Wembanyama hands it off to Fox. Fox being guarded by Bridges. Jab step. Coming to his right. Kicks it out to Castle. Right wing 3. They leave him wide open. Daring him to shoot it. He obliges. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by Anunoby over to Alvarado. We're pushing the other way. Alvarado on the right wing. Alvarado going to play the 2-man game with Towns. Coming to his left off the Towns screens. Carter Bryant switches onto him. He's telling Bridges to clear out. No, they're going to get it to Towns. High post. Being guarded by Fox. Towns faces up. Jab step. Putting his head down. Attacking in the lane. Throws up the floater. Got it to go. And got something to say too. There you go, Big Cat. There you go, and we're in the 5-point game now. 8:30 to go. They never restarted the timer. We'll catch up. 8:30 to go here in the second quarter. Castle has it up top. Dancing with it against Anunoby. Coming to his right up the Wembanyama screen. Driving it down in the paint, in and out. Towns knocks the ball loose. Bridges picks it up. Hit ahead to Alvarado. Anunoby thought it was for him. He picks it up. Wide open, straightaway three. Line me up. Line me up, OG. It's a 2-point ball game. There we go in a timeout from the Spurs. You just got to figure it out a little bit. You just got to push the pace a little bit. We'll figure it out as the game goes on. Stop the overreactions. We're in the building. 40-38. Eric Tron said, picking up that momentum. There you go. I3. What's up, I3? There we go. We're going to let the timer tick down. We got a little over 8 minutes to go. 8:12 exactly. It's 40-38. We're back into it. OG Anunoby up to 12. Towns with 5. Clarkson with 3. Alvarado with 4 off the bench. Keep Alvarado. Again, why can't we get Alvarado and Brunson backcourts? I know they're small, but Alvarado will fight. He's out there. He makes good things happen. And I also need another ball handler out there with Jalen Brunson. I need that. I need that. Ruzande, what's up, Ruzande? Kong, what's up, Kong? Sparkplug is back. Jordan Clarkson set it off with the 3. Absolutely. Honestly, I think Alvarado's the spark plug here tonight. He's got 4 points. He's knocked down that pull-up jumper over Wemby. You love to see it. No fear in Alvarado, man. B Solo, what's up, B Solo? I'm representing from Jersey. Appreciate you, B Solo. Iron Wolf, what's up, Iron Wolf? Stephen collect cards, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Elite said, why am I not seeing the comments in the chat, Chevy? Anyway, tonight, you might have to refresh the page, Elite, if that's happening. We're going to cut out, cut the garden? Yeah. Jose, best minor edition ever. He's fantastic. He's fantastic. Calm, cool, collected, and energetic when you need him to be, chaotic when you need him to be. Just great glue guy. He's been fantastic on the bench when even if he, is out of the rotation for a certain stretch. Madrasa said, I'm so overwhelmed with information and emotions. Just win, baby. Just win. Just win. Absolutely. Absolutely. Eric C., appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. Rich Smith said they got Brunson on lockdown. They do. Maybe getting another ball handling guard out there. I know Brunson Alvarado is extremely small against this Spurs defense. I get it. But, man, you got to try it. I think you got to try it. Get another ball handler out there with Jalen Brunson and use Jalen Brunson more as a shooting guard. And maybe you can generate better looks where you have Alvarado and Towns play a two-man game with Brunson as a spacer, use him a bit as a decoy. Just a bit. Just a bit. Don't got to be for the whole game. Kinar said Clarkson might have been campaign 2.0, but Alvarado's McConnell 2.0, and that's what we needed. Yep. 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 And he's more consistent. Like Clarkson is a wild card, man. He vacillates between like, oh my goodness, is this guy the best bench player of all time to, oh my, we got to get him out of the rotation right now. He's terrible. Defense is bad. Offense not going well, right? So, Amy said Alvarado got Towns into the flow. Yeah, the way they're guarding Towns is interesting. Again, if they're going to put a wing on Towns and Josh Hart's not in the game, Wembanyama is forced to then guard a shooter, and then he can't help. Kenar said, yeah, that's why Clarkson is a campaign 2.0. Yeah. Wild card, very chaotic. Nick Yak said, bench again, picking up a slow start. That's what they do. You also got to figure it out, feel the game out. You also can't underestimate that the Knicks bench is very good, and then when they go up against other teams' bench, they get a rhythm, and then by the time they bring the starters back in, the bench is off and running and we're ready to go. You also can't underestimate the fact that, like, Towns, Bridges, and Anunoby are out there along with the bench, The Knicks are a very deep team. Kenar said, but I was wishing all last year that we had T.J. McConnell, and you know what? Kind of do with the GTA. We kind of do with GTA. Yeah, a little bit. Here we go. Dylan Harper has it up top. Josh Hart is in. Anunoby to the bench. Other than that, everything the same. Castle has it up top, being guarded by Hart. Castle trying to get it to Wemby. And a foul on Towns. And Towns upset with the foul call. He's like, man, they're doing the same thing to me on the other end. Josh McHale, Jose, Cat, and JC. Yep. Nick Yak said Brunson will end up fine, like always. Yeah, I'm not. The last guy I'm worried about is Jalen Brunson. Even if he doesn't end up fine as the game goes on, like I'm fine with the ball in his hands to end the game too. So Wembanyama up top, driving to his right, spinning, stop, pump fake, leans in, trying to create space. One-legged over Towns, rattles it in, but it pops out halfway down from Victor Wembanyama, and it pops out. Good defense, and a rebound yet again from Josh Hart. Alvarado up top, coming to his left, off the Town screen, down in the lane, kicks it out to Josh Hart. Josh Hart, pass fake, swings it over to Bridges in the corner, being guarded by Wemby. Back up top to Clarkson, swings it over to Hart, over to Alvarado, down low to Towns. Towns along the baseline, one-legged fall away, can't get it to go down. Battle for the rebound. Wembanyama snags it, and now here comes Dylan Harper bringing it down. Battling for that rebound is important because it allows Towns to get back up and get back on defense, to leave it off for Castle in the lane. Euro step past Josh Hart, layup, got it to go for Steph Castle. Beautiful move to Euro pass Hart there, and it's 42-38. An opportunity to take the lead. Didn't love that shot from Towns, didn't mind it, but mid-range, one-legged fall away along the baseline. You know, I get it, but could maybe get a better shot there. Alvarado gets it to Towns. Towns hands it off to Alvarado. Alvarado in the mid-range, pulls it back out, coming to his right, picks up his handle, puts up the three on the left wing. The shot clock winding down. Too strong, can't get it to go. And a foul. Dylan Harper trying to keep Bridges off the glass. There you go, Mikhail. Making things happen, brother. Making things happen. Rich Smith said, if it's close, Brunson will get us the win. That's my mentality, too. Yeah. I don't care how he shot there. He could be 0 for 40. And I've said this throughout the regular season during his bad games. He could be 0 for 40. And my full belief is I'm giving the ball to Jalen Brunson. I'm telling everybody to get out of his way. And I will live and die with Jalen Brunson making the decision in that moment, whether it's to shoot it or not. So Wembanyama goes back to the bench. Brunson comes back in. They get it into Towns. Got to take advantage of the non-Wemby minutes. Towns goes right past Cornette for the layup and got something to say to Cornette, too. A lot of talking, a lot of chirping back and forth between the two teams. Castle up top over to Champagnie. Ran up the three-point line by Brunson in the lane. Kicks it out to Harper. Harper will fire up the left wing three. Too strong, can't get it to go. Clarkson chases down the long rebound. There you go, Jordan Clarkson. It's 42-40, 6:30 to go. Here we approach the halfway point. And now Clarkson up top, coming to his right off the Town screen. Clarkson down the lane in the paint, loses the handle, picks it back up, stops, pulls it back out to the corner, tries to get it over to Bridges, knocks out of bounds by Harper. It'll stay here with the Knicks. Clarkson a little chaotic there. Come on, JC. You know, I said, okay, we need to take the lead. Absolutely. Absolutely need to take the lead. Wembanyama, after a hot start to start the game, was not much of a factor in his stint here in the second quarter. Got to keep that going. Brunson gets it into Josh Hart. Josh Hart tries to lob it down low to Karl-Anthony Towns. A bad pass from Hart. Gets picked off easily by Cornette. Dylan Harper has it, attacking Bridges. Pulls it back out. Gets it over to Castle. Castle against Brunson, waving everybody away. He's feeling it here tonight. He's going to drive it down. Hop step in the lane. Spin. Kicks it out to Harper. A right wing three over Bridges. Harper in and out. Can't get it to go. Battle for the rebound. Knocked out of bounds. It's going to be off of Karl-Anthony Towns. It's going to stay here with the Spurs. Good battle from Cornette. Troy said, Spurs don't really got a bench. They have a bench of players who are really limited. Clarkson picks the pocket of Vazel and then throws it away to Castle in the lane. Pump fake, leans in, draws the foul, and one against Karl-Anthony Towns. Jordan Clarkson giveth and he taketh away. Come on, JC. Calm it down, brother. Calm it down. Excellent play from Clarkson. He picks it up, and then he throws it away. Come on, JC. And then Castle in the paint. Pump fakes, gets Towns in the air, gets the layup to go. He's going to the foul line for one more. Okay, easy. We're playing stupid. Some dumb plays for sure. Castle knocks down his and one free throw. Castle tonight, excellent. Up to 16 points already in this first half. Brunson bringing it down against Castle. Coming to his left off a hard screen. Good screen in the backcourt. Brunson's going to look to attack. Jitterbug Euros down the lane. Scoop lay with the right hand. Got it to go. No foul call. My goodness. Champagnie bringing it down the other way. Tries to get over to Harper. He does. Harper will take the lane and finger roll layup with the left hand. Got it to go past Clarkson. Bridges went for the steal. Another bad defensive possession going for steals. Played straight up. Clarkson dribbling with it against Champagnie. Blows past him in the lane layup. Got it to go for Jordan Clarkson. That's why he's out there, because he could give you that. It's a three-point game, 47-44. Castle bringing it down. Brunson hedges out hard. And now Hart switches back onto him. Castle loses the ball in the paint, throws up the layup. Got it to go. No foul call there, but what a layup from Steph Castle there. You can't believe there wasn't a foul call, but he got it to go down anyway. My goodness. My goodness. Mike said, what's up with the defense? And that's absolutely a foul by OG Anunoby. The Knicks got away with one there. But the game by Steph Castle tonight, 7 for 8 from the field. He's been excellent. Not even good. He's been excellent. And Josh Hart has struggled defensively here tonight. Landry Shaman has struggled mightily defensively here tonight. The Spurs have been fantastic offensively, but the Knicks got to pick up the defensive pressure here. I'd take Hart off of Steph Castle here, and I'd put Anunoby on him at this point. Keenan Hart said, we got no flow without Alvarado out there is what I'm saying. They figured our weakness is ball handling. I don't think the offense has been the problem, brother. The offense has not been a problem. Problem is Steph Castle's made a couple of incredible shots. Even when they did get a defensive stop, they threw it away right to Castle, and he got an and one layup off of it. We should have the Castle rules. Like I said, the big adjustment I'd make right now is I'd take anybody guarding Castle, which is Hart right now, off of Steph Castle, and I put Anunoby on him. Right now, Anunoby, I assume, is guarding Harper, so he could be in help side. Well, Bridges is guarding Harper, I think. Either way, they have Anunoby. The reason they don't have Anunoby guard any of the perimeter players, really, is because they want him on help side down low to protect the rim. He's their best rim protector outside of, obviously, the big men. But I'd put Anunoby on Castle. I think it's more important to stop Castle at this point, especially with Wembanyama on the bench and Castle leading the way offensively for them. Yeah, next out. So the Knicks playing terrible, dumb mistakes, basket open, and it's a 5-point game. And I agree with you. I think the Knicks have not played a good basketball game at all. So, and it's a 5-point game. You know, I said I disagree. Our offense has been putrid. Offense has been bad. Defense has been also bad. And you're not winning without a good defensive effort. I didn't say the offense was good. Without GTA out there, Dylan Harper will kill us as soon as OG comes off. Dylan Harper tonight has had a couple of runs to the rim. Outside of that, he can't knock down a jump shot here tonight. He's 6 points, 2 boards, 2 assists. Harper's been good. But Josh Hart can guard Dylan Harper, and I put Anunoby on Castle here tonight. I don't think the Knicks have played well on either side of the ball, to make it clear. I'm not trying to say the offense is not a problem. The offense is a problem. But the defense is a bigger problem to me. I think the biggest problem for the Knicks tonight has been defensively. The way they started the game with a couple of miscommunications allowed Wembanyama to have a couple of dunks to start the game is not what you want. And since then, they've cleaned up the Wembanyama matchup stuff. And they've locked that down. He's only got 9 points so far here in the first half. He'll probably come back in around the 2-minute mark to end the quarter. I assume. We'll see. But outside of that, I mean, Steph Castle's 7 for 8 from the field for 18 points. Like, that's a problem. That's a problem. Like, if he was 7 for 15 from the field, I'd be like, okay, like, he's getting his, but the Knicks are making it difficult on him. He's 7 for 8. He's missed 1 shot. He's getting to the rim at will. So here we go. Knicks got to clean it up on both sides of the ball for sure. I'm personally more locked in on the defensive side, but they do got to get the offense going like you guys are saying. You're right about that. Brunson bringing it down, gets a screen in the backcourt from Hart. Brunson pulls it back. Coming to his right off of Anunoby screen. Gets it over to Anunoby on the left wing, being guarded by Vassell. Down the lane, kicks it out to Hart. Wembanyama back on the court, by the way. Hart down the lane, kicks it out to Clarkson, almost stolen by Harper. Back out to Anunoby. Shot clock running down. Anunoby stops, step back, left corner 3. OG. Got me to go, OG Anunoby. My goodness. And now here comes Harper bringing it down. It's a 2-point game, 4:40 to go. Timer, are we going? We're going, timer. We're just behind. 4:30 to go in this second quarter. Harper coming to his left. Blows past the defense down the lane. Gets blocked by OG Anunoby out of bounds. And he'll stay here with the Spurs. There you go, OG. Locking in defensively. Do we have? Wow, we're going small, guys. We're going small. I was like, why is it Anunoby guarding Wemby? That's because we're going small. Champagne out of the corner. Can't get the 3 to go. Josh Hart, the rebound, bringing it down. Josh Hart picks up his handle. Hands it off to Bridges, coming to his left. Bridges gets it back out to Hart. Hart gets it over to Brunson. Brunson being guarded by Wemby. He fires up the right wing 3, a deep one. Got me to go, JB, and the Knicks have the lead. And the Knicks have a lead. There you go. The first lead of the game. They were down by 12. Fox has it up top, being guarded by Bridges. 4 minutes to go. Fox coming to his left. Gets it over to Wemby. Wemby foul line. Kicks it out to Champagne in the last second. Brunson runs him off the three-point line. Back up top to Wemby. Wemby the straightaway three. Wemby responds with a three-point make of his own. And the Knicks going small, by the way. Anunoby, essentially the center, guarding Wembanyama here, with wings and guards surrounding him. Josh Hart up top, coming to his left. Picks up his handle, gets it over to Brunson. Brunson waving everybody through. He's being guarded by Vassell. Brunson, jab step. Coming to his right. Stops, crosses over to his left, crosses back over to his right. Brunson crosses back over to his left. Head down in the lane, floater, comes up short. Battle for the rebound. Harper knocks it loose, knocked out of bounds by Josh Hart. It's going to go back to the Spurs there. Here we go. JB's mid-range floater game has been shut down. Yeah. Want to see him get to more of a pull-up game than a floater game against Wembanyama here. Floaters are tough. Here we go. 3:30 to go in the second quarter. Fox coming to his left off the Wemby screen. Throws a lob up top to Wemby, and Wemby the one-handed hammer over Bridges, trying to curl with Wemby there off the screen. Josh Hart will bring it down. Towns at the scorer's table getting ready to check back in. Josh Hart gets it to Anunoby. Anunoby on the right wing being guarded by Fox. Anunoby leans in, jab step, coming to his left, stops, step back, loses a handle, tries to leave it off inside the Clarkson, ball knocked loose and stolen. Bad move from OG Anunoby there. They leave it off to Wembanyama up top, behind the back pass over to Harper. They leave Harper wide open for a three. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. And then a loose ball foul and Steph Castle shoving Jalen Brunson to the ground. Spurs playing dirty, man. Spurs playing dirty. Kennard said, uh-oh. Yeah, Brunson down on the ground. He's holding his back tailbone area. Hit the floor hard. He'll be all right. He'll be all right. Knicks are arguing that they should look at that. See the replay. I didn't see the replay on it. They're going to see if this meets the criteria of a flagrant foul, and it probably will. Steph Castle's not making a play on the ball. He just goes into full football mode and decks Brunson out of the way. This is the same game plan they used against SGA. Just knock him to the ground over and over again. Mark said they owe us one. They do. They do. You know, I said JB does have to find a pass more. They're swarming his mid-range floater. They are. They've clearly scouted it. He's got to be better. He's got to be better. You're 100% right. Common foul, no flagrant. You know, I said JB way tougher than SGA in my opinion, though. I agree. Yeah, I don't know. Looking at the replay now, I'm like, how is that not a flagrant? And I think they have to mute it because there's some profanity being said by the crowd right now. Ronald McPaul said, still necessary, but not much. I don't know, brother. You got a 6'5" guy lining you up and running through you. I don't know, brother. How is that a basketball play? Brunson had the foul line for 2 free throws. The Knicks are in the bonus. Final 3 minutes of the first half here. It's not a basketball play. Brunson knocks down the first free throw. He's got another one coming. Tell you what, man, don't tug on Superman's cape. Tell you that. Nick Yak said, OMG, they're doing this on purpose? Brother, we wouldn't have it any other way. I wouldn't have it any other way, I got to say. I wouldn't. MVP chance for JB in the Garden. He's heard him before. Knocks him down. 2 free throws from Brunson. 54-52. Stops and scores. End the quarter strong. Final 3 minutes here. Castle bringing it down. Both teams have their starters back out there. Towns is in for Clarkson. We got the full starting 5 out there. Towns jumps the passing lane, gets the steal, hit ahead to Anunoby. Ball knocked out of his hands. Josh Hart picks it up. Euros down the lane, scoop layup. Got it to go for Josh Hart. You love to see it. We're tied at 54. Defense leading the offense, which is a part of my point of like I'm more focused on the defense because our offense looks best when our defense is locked in. And now here comes Castle bringing it down. Castle has it up top being guarded by OG Anunoby. They get it to Wembanyama. High post being guarded by Towns. Faces up. Jab step. Hands it off to Fox. Fox dancing around the screen. Coming to his right. Step back. Fall away over Bridges. Got it to go. Rattles it in for De'Aaron Fox. Keeping him out on the perimeter with jump shots, though, is obviously the preferred way of guarding him. Brunson gets it over to Anunoby. Gets it over to Hart. Hart on the right wing. Hart up top. Hands it off to Brunson. Brunson jab step coming to his left. Driving it down in the lane. Stops. Turns. Kicks it up top to Hart. Extra pass to Anunoby. Ran off the three-point line by Wembanyama to the lane. Two-handed slam. OG off the launching pad. Multiple dunks tonight for Big OG. Recognizing the moment, under 2 minutes to go, tied at 56. Here comes Castle bringing it down. Stops and scores. Stops and scores. Castle coming to his left. Picked up by Brunson. Castle faces up. Gets it down low to Wembanyama against Anunoby. Puts up the layup off glass. Can't get it to go and gets fouled by OG. He's going to the foul line for 2. Whew. 2 on OG. 2 on OG now. There it is. 2 on OG. 2 on Towns. 2 on Bridges. 2 on Castle. Everybody else with 1 or none for the Spurs. OG Anunoby, 17 first half points, 5 for 6 from the field. OG and Steph Castle going at it here. Hilarious. Just like we all expected. Bridges is there for a participation trophy. Bridges picked up the 2 fouls early, but hasn't had much of an impact so far. Expecting a big half from Mikal Bridges in the second half. Wembanyama at the foul line for 2 free throws. He did knock down the first free throw. Got 1 more coming. Misses the second free throw. Towns the rebound. And get over to Josh Hart. And Josh Hart will bring it down. Oh, I gave it to him anyway. My bad. 57 to 56. Towns up top. Fakes the handoff. Keeps it. Swings through to his left down the lane. Step back. Gets double team. Picks up his handle. Swings it up top to Josh Hart. Extra pass over to Brunson. Pump fakes. Driving it down in the lane. Pump fakes out to Josh Hart. Wide open straightaway 3. Line me up. Got me to go. Josh Hart 3 threes tonight. Talk to me nice, Big Josh. 2-point lead for the Knicks. 59-57. 3 for 4 from 3 for Big Josh. Castle has it up top being guarded by Anunoby. Castle pulls it out. Crossing over to his left. Driving it down. Spins to his right. Down the lane. Layup. Can't get it to go. No fouls called. Bridges the rebound. Hit ahead to Josh Hart. Under a minute to go. Over to Brunson. Left wing. Pump fake. Side dribble. Has it up top. Coming to his right. Out to Anunoby. Left corner. Pump fakes. Driving the baseline. Out to Bridges. Extra pass to Hart. Extra pass to Brunson. Brunson the deep straightaway 3. Over Wembanyama. Got me to go. Jalen Brunson lining it up. And the 3-point shots are flowing now for the Knicks. I'd rather, as the game goes on, to knock down their shots than to come out hot in the first quarter. 5-point lead for the Knicks. Fox driving to his right. Down the lane. Sees the double team. Pull up over Bridges. Can't get it to go. Another stop. That's what I'm talking about. Stops and scores. Brunson bringing it down. He has it up top being guarded by Castle. Brunson dancing with it. In and out dribble. Crossing over. Coming to his right. Time winding down. Pulls it back out. He's going to hold it as long as he could. There's about a 6-second difference between game clock and shot clock. Brunson dances with it again. Crosses over to his right again. Down the lane. Stops. Step back. Pump fake. Steps through. Inside the Towns. Pump fake. Draws the foul. Can't get the layup to go. But Wembanyama hits the floor hard. That was a wedgie, by the way. We got our first wedgie. The wedgie, Mark. We had a wedgie. We had one. We got it. And even bigger news. That is the 3rd foul on Victor Wembanyama. Second foul on Victor Wembanyama. Oh, first foul? First foul on Wemby, I guess. And Towns at the foul line for 2 free throws. We got the wedgie. TD Morning said a wedgie. Can you add it to the bingo card again? We are not going to add it. I do have a plan for the wedgie going into the next season. We got a plan for what we're going to do. I do have a plan, but as for right now, no wedgie. Towns knocks down the first free throw, gives the Knicks a 6-point lead. 63 to 57. One more free throw coming. Aeon said this team is special, y'all. That's what I'm saying. Sohan comes in for the final defensive possession here. Okay, Mike Brown, I see you working, brother. I see you working, giving Sohan some finals minutes. Towns knocks down the free throw. Sohan getting some finals minutes. 10-1 run for the Knicks to close out the quarter. Get another stop to get over to Towns. Up top, pump fakes. Driving to his left against Towns. Pump fake spins. Fall away at the buzzer. Can't get it to go. And that's going to be the end of our first half right there. An excellent way to end the half. And that's how you take care of business. That's why I was talking about the defense, because the defense will lead your offense. You can't always play in the half court. You got to get some stops, and you got to get out and running in transition. Knicks weren't getting any stops, and so every single time they're coming down playing against the set defense against the Spurs. And you play against the Spurs set defense, it's going to be incredibly difficult to score. So you got to get on running as much as possible. Obviously, you're not always going to be able to get on running, but also followed by some fantastic shooting from the Knicks, of course. Some red-hot shooting from the Knicks. But the Knicks with a 7-point lead now, 64-57. And only 9 points from Towns, 4 boards, and 1 assist. 13 points for Josh Hart. Look at this lineup we had in. Sohan came in the final possession there. Jeremy Sohan getting some finals minutes. Yes, sir. We wanted Sohan out there to get some finals minutes. Landry Shamet 0 for 3 from the field. 2 boards, 2 assists. I did not like the Landry Shamet minutes. I didn't think he played particularly well. So hopefully he has a much better second half here. Same with Deuce McBride. Wasn't very impactful at all. Didn't feel him out there enough. So hopefully we have a better second half from Deuce McBride. But I haven't filled anything in on the bingo card because we're not worried about the bingo card. We'll worry about it as the game goes on. We can look at it here at halftime, but I think the one thing we want to go to first is what I love to look at the most, and that is indeed the team stats. Let's take a look. DB said, my boy's getting busy. They're hooping, brother. Victor Marquez said, Knicks knocking 3 because now they pissed off Jalen Brunson by pushing him to the floor. Multiple times, by the way. Multiple times. Dom Anthony, what's up, Dom? Well played second quarter. By the way, before we do look at this, let's look at the quarter-by-quarter scoring as well. So 33-22 after the first, and then a 40-point finals quarter for the Knicks. 42-24. There you go, Judge. That 42-24 in that second quarter. There you go. A 42-point quarter, baby. 42. Roger G-Wall, what's up, Roger? Or Gawal. Roger Gawal. Yes, sir, brother. What's up, Roger? All the talent the Spurs have, yet they still decide to play dirty. The young team not ready for the moment, man. The young team not ready for the moment. Okay, so let's take a look at the team stats. Aiden K, what's up, Aiden? I3, yes, sir, brother. Keenan Arcedo, we still belong, don't get me wrong, but you can't speak your mind. But not on my time. That's on Billy Joel for you in the garden. Elite players that I have been waiting for 30 years for the title. Go Knicks. Win in Jamaica. Yes, sir, Lee. Yes, sir, brother. Lance Napier, what's up, Lance? Sean Collins. Nate Yak said, where are the Brunson haters? Nowhere to be found, brother. Nowhere to be found. I'll never understand the hate on the captain. I get it. Expectations are high. I'm with you. Does he need to play better? Of course. But come on. Here we go. Here we go. 38 shot attempts for the New York Knicks. 43 for the San Antonio Spurs. Spurs winning the possession battle pretty handedly. 5 more attempts for the Spurs here, but only 1 more make in those 5 attempts. Overall from the field, they're shooting 53%. Well, the Knicks are shooting 58%, man. They're knocking down some shots here. 8 for 17 from the three-point line for the Knicks. They got red hot in that second quarter there to take the 7-point lead. 6 for 15 for the Spurs. Dylan Harper and Steph Castle really struggling out to the three-point line here. Amy continues her generosity tonight. Oh, my goodness, Amy. What is going on, Amy? Did you win the lottery or something? I want you to keep your money, Amy. You don't have to... Appreciate Amy's generosity tonight. My goodness, Amy Machuo. Thank you so much. So much. Mike Sleva said, not playing good all 3 games, and look where they sit. Yeah. Yeah. Amy Machuo will not be stopped tonight. I appreciate you, Amy. Appreciate you. Knicks almost 50% from the three-point line here tonight. They have also taken 14 free throws. A lot of hacking and whacking going on with this Spurs team here tonight, so much so that they're getting sloppy. They're getting dirty. And it's rough. It is definitely rough for them. As I'm going to stay in front. My apologies. Shout out BKNY. Appreciate you. Amy said, nah, but I didn't buy a ticket in the rafters. We're trying to get people basketball educated. Appreciate you, Amy. Appreciate you. My goodness, the generosity. Thank you for that. Raymond said, I really hated that foul on JB. Yeah. Yeah, the Castle foul when he ran him over purposely, right? Send a message. Yeah, it's a rough one. It's a rough one. Listen, the game plan is to try and beat up Jalen Brunson. The thing is that Jalen Brunson's not SGA. So Wembanyama earlier in the game gave him a stiff shot to the back of the neck, back of the head. Like, they're getting dirty. They're getting very dirty against Brunson. Dom Anthony says, Spurs are trying to hurt the Knicks for sure. Yeah, definitely feels that way. I don't know if it is that way, but they put up the second quarter stats here. The Knicks scored 42 points, obviously. 14 for 19 from the floor, 6 for 9 from three-point range, 8 for 8 from the free throw line. Brunson was 3 for 4 in that quarter. There you go. We'll go through the team box score as well, the box score in general as well. Any most have Sheffy lagging out? Am I lagging out? Am I good? Let me know. Let me know. I don't think I could check the health of the stream over here before we go through the bingo card. Everything is okay on my end. Maybe it could be an internet thing. But let me know if that continues, brother. A little lag earlier? Could be an internet on my end or an internet on your end. But everything here on my end says we're good. The fleas coming through. My goodness, the fleas. Appreciate generosity, brother. He said, sick and tired of people echoing how likable Wemby is. That's a dirty little French fry. He is dirty, and I said it earlier in the game. He delivered a very cheap shot to Jalen Brunson, and the Spurs team starting to get extremely dirty. This is, yeah, he's starting to get on my naughty list, I'll tell you that. Cross signal, what's up, cross signal? What a cohesive squad. Our bench versus theirs every day. Let's go, orange and blue. You know, one of my favorite sayings in describing like how to win a basketball is all hands on deck, especially in this era of basketball, where it's definitely about the team that you have. It can't be one guy. Like, we're past the era of one player being able to dominate. Like, we don't have those level of players anyway. Like, the Kobe's are gone. The Durant's are aging out. The LeBrons are aging out. Like, you don't really have one player you could say, give me the ball. I'll make everything happen. I'm going to win the game off of my greatness alone. Like, we don't really have that level of player, especially out on the perimeter in the league right now. Right? Like who are we arguing as best players in the league right now? It's Jokic, it's Wemby, it's SGA, and SGA, I guess, is the closest to being able to do that, but we saw that neutralized in the San Antonio series, especially considering his lack of confidence in his three-point shot. So we don't really have a player who could say, and he also is not very big either, right? He's not very big either, so he can be pushed around a little bit, and he's not going to be able to dominate the game with size. And so we are past the point of one player being able to dominate the league overall. Gunnar said, you know, our boys know they're looking desperate with the rough stuff. Mitch could end any one of them if they wanted to, especially with that bionic knuckle of his. Yeah, he's got them screws in that hand now. That's not fully healed. He's got the wrapping on it, but yeah, man, yeah. All right, let's keep going through the team stats as well. Let's not get bogged down too much until we get through the team stats and the box score, because I also want to see if anything's going on with our bingo card so far here tonight. Doesn't look like it, but let's see. Free throw shooting, like I said, 14 attempts for the Knicks, 8 attempts for the Spurs. That's what happens when you are the better basketball team and the other team starts to play extremely dirty. They start hacking and whacking away. My guy, the Fleas, yet another one. My goodness, he said, let's go, Sheffy, let's go, chat, let's go, Knicks. Appreciate you, the Fleas. You guys have been extremely generous here tonight. My goodness, thank you guys. TD in the morning said, look in, add the Knicks now. I can't believe Thibodeau only wanted to play like 5 people last year. Now, to be fair to Tom Thibodeau, the bench wasn't as good last year. But in the same vein, like, you had Landry Shamet and you didn't play him. You had DeLon Wright, who is serviceable, but you didn't play him. You know? Paul Rotool, what's up, Paul? Is Landry Shamet going to play? Landry Shamet has played. Of course, brother. Lana Mona said, second game in a row, OG took Wemby to the rim. He did it multiple times tonight, too. Multiple times he took him to the paint, to the rim. All right, let's keep going. Rebounding battle. Knicks actually winning it 18-14. And again, I talked about both teams doing an excellent job of keeping each other off the offensive glass. Only one for the Knicks, only one for the Spurs so far here tonight. assists, 12-7. Knicks catching up a little bit in the assist department, but fell very short in that first quarter where the Spurs were knocking down a bunch of shots, and their ball movement was pretty fantastic. And then we have steals 4-3, blocks 3-3. Total turnovers 7 for the Knicks, 5 for the Spurs. Knicks, of course, got to win the turnover battle, especially against the Spurs defense. Taking care of the ball is number one priority in that right there. David said Deuce is a non-factor. He still has no handle. I mean, he's not a point guard. He's a two guard. You're not gonna looking at him for dribbling capabilities, which obviously is a huge part of his game that he's gonna need to continue to improve. But listen, unless you have a really tight, strong handle, I don't want you handling the ball against this Spurs defense. Deuce McBride's handle is okay against most defenses. Against the Spurs defense, you're not really going to be able to get it done that way by having an iffy ball handler handle the ball against the pressure that they can provide here. Kenar said, I didn't want any player props. I bet the Knicks to win the series. All I want is a win? Absolutely. Absolutely. I love that. If I did bet, I never really did player props. I don't know. Like I said, when all the betting stuff became legal and the apps came out, I tried it, and it was fun. J2 Mars with 10 gifted memberships. Appreciate you, Jerry. Appreciate you, brother. My goodness, the generosity tonight. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Total turnover 7-5. Fast break points 9 for the Knicks, 0 for, and it's gonna continue to pop up. Appreciate you, Jerry. Appreciate you, brother. It's my guy, Jerry, right there. Total fast break points off of the turnovers. 9 for the Knicks, 0 for the Spurs. Getting out and running and getting easy shots before the Spurs can set up their defense is obviously extremely important. Chaos Kid, what's up, Chaos Kid? Appreciate you, brother. Never late, brother. Never late. We're all here. J3, what's up, J3? If we win, your suit needs to hang in the MSG rafters. I don't know about the MSG rafters, but we might frame it and put it up in the background somewhere in the future. I just think that's very funny. I just think that would be very funny to do. Maybe we'll, I don't know. Maybe we'll put it in the store. We'll hang it up. I don't know. We'll do something with the jacket. Anthology. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. Very generous of you guys here tonight. Appreciate you, Ant. So what do we got here tonight? Points in the paint, tied at 20. I'm dripping sweat, by the way. It's extremely hot in this room. The lights make this room very hot. 28 points in the paint for both sides here tonight. And the points in the paint battle is always going to be very interesting against the Spurs team, obviously, because Victor Wembanyama is going to try to wall off the paint as much as possible. Other teams struggle to score in the paint against them. The Knicks, not so much. In game one, I think they scored 48 points in the paint. Off the top of my head, I can't remember. I think it was 40-something points in the paint in game one. Moving on to game two, they also had some success in the paint. And then here tonight, both teams with 28 points in the paint. Very, very good. Very good process from the Knicks overall in terms of mixing in the perimeter shot and the paint points. Obviously, when Wembanyama comes out of the game, they're going to look to attack the paint even more. The Jamaica Queen Strangler, what's up, Jamaica? When we win this, you need to do a meet and greet. I've been rocking with you since the beginning. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. All in due time. We'll do something in the future, for sure. Jasmine with the membership. My goodness. Appreciate you, as always. My goodness. Total fouls, 11-8. We talked about it, the physicality from the Spurs not matching up with the Knicks. You could see a little bit of frustration boiling over with the Spurs with how dirty they've gotten here tonight. Yak said McBride hardly played with one shot, and David with the hate. Yeah, I mean, we'll go through the box score. The bench wasn't great. You know, I get it. Bench wasn't great. We'll go through the box score. We'll break it down every player, obviously. The Spurs have led for 85% of the game. Obviously, the Knicks came on strong in the second half there. They've led for 7% of the game. Usually this is not a good sign, but with them all momentum shifting towards the Knicks and they're at home and the pressure is going to start to build for San Antonio here, getting off to a good start in the third quarter is going to be key in extending the lead and, again, putting extreme pressure on this young Spurs team in Madison Square Garden. So this may not be a factor. And once you get to this stage, it's not much of a factor, but I always talk about one team playing from behind majority of the time. It's more exhausting than playing with a lead when you play from behind because you're constantly trying to match them shot for shot or stop for stop. And the fact that the Knicks were able to take a 7-point lead in at halftime, again, the start of the third quarter, start of the second half here is going to be incredibly important because you could either start to pull away a little bit and give yourself a little bit of breathing room by getting a double-digit lead and moving forward, giving yourself a little bit of breathing room, or you can give it all right back to the Spurs, and then we're continuously going back and forth there. Cross Signal said 53 years, we're overdue. Let's go. Yes, sir, brother. Scomberg said we're always down early and we respond accordingly. I think we have a settle-in time period. Yeah. You also got to give the Spurs credit for how well they came out. They came out with a different game plan. They adjusted, and the Knicks needed to adjust to their adjustment. And that takes time, right? Especially when the team loses, they have a lot more to go off of in terms of like, okay, well, clearly that didn't work and that didn't work and that didn't work, so let's try this. And they had a couple of options a couple of buttons they could push. They hadn't pushed so far in the series. Again, they have Wembanyama guarding Josh Hart here tonight, and Josh Hart's making them pay. We knew a game like that was coming from one of the players. So let's look at the box score now. JC a +10. Brother, you know I hate the plus-minus. That is not indicative of how it turned out. So I guess we can start with the Spurs real quick. The only guy, well, there's two guys giving them major problems. Steph Castle and Wembanyama. Wembanyama, I'm not too worried about Wembanyama. He's got 15 points in the first half. That's fine. A lot of them coming in the paint, which is also very good for him, obviously. Only taking the 2 threes tonight. That's very good. A lot has been made about his shot selection. He's getting into the paint here tonight and changing that. Right? He's not settling for the jumper for the most part, getting into the paint, getting a lot of lob attempts here tonight. De'Aaron Fox, really rough night, 4 points, 2 for 6 from the field, -13 overall on the plus-minus. You know I don't like the plus-minus, but that one is indicative of his play so far here tonight. He's not been very good at all. He does have 5 assists. I shouldn't say he hasn't been very good at all. Only 5 assists, not only. 5 assists for De'Aaron Fox, but only the 4 points. He's doing a great job of being a point guard out there, which is part of the reason why he is in the starting lineup, and they're not taking him out for Dylan Harper, who we can get to in a second, who has 6 points off the bench, 3 for 9 shooting, 0 for 4 from 3. Not great. But the other guy giving the Knicks fit so far here tonight is Steph Castle, 18 points in 18 minutes. He does have the 2 personal fouls. 2 rebounds, 3 assists, but also 2 turnovers for Steph Castle. Both teams doing a pretty good job of not turning the ball over excessively. The Knicks lost the turnover battle in the first half there, but I think won it in the second quarter, in particular, to get it back into it. As we're going to start the second half in a second here, so let's go back to this screen. Overall, the bench, Keldon Johnson with 2, Carter Bryant hit a 3, and Dylan Harper with 6 points on 9 shot attempts, so that's not great for him. We go down to the Knicks side, and again, some egalitarian scoring. Mikal Bridges has taken up the Josh Hart role of not scoring. He's in because of the foul trouble mostly, but he was a hilarious +14, which is why the plus-minus is not indicative of anything ever. I hate that stat. Anunoby with 17 big old points. Josh Hart with 13. Brunson chipped in 15 on 5 for 11 from the field, and everything's coming together quite nicely. So we got to start the second half off strong here, and then Steph Castle picks the pocket of Jalen Brunson and is off of OG Anunoby, so the Spurs will get the ball back. Got to be better than that. Got to be better than that, JB. Come on. Can't get pickpocketed in the backcourt there. Here we go. Mario to Mario. You live in the city? I live just outside the city in New Jersey. And the Spurs almost turned it over, but Fox able to get up top to recover it. Fox throws it over the top to Champagnie. He'll drive the lane, and the paint scoop play with the left hand over Hart. Got it to go. Blows right past Jalen Brunson. I mean, that's part of the game plan, to run him off the 3-point line, but can't give him a straight line drive like that. Got to bump him off his path just a little bit, JB. Not good enough defense. Josh Hart bringing it down. 11:20 to go. Hart up top. Picks up his handle. Got nowhere to go. Trying to get it to Towns. Almost another turnover. Knocked out of bounds. It's going to stay here with the Knicks, though. 11:16 to go. Fox has 6 assists. He's been hooping. Been hooping in that regard. Keenar said, plus-minus definitely a good season stat. It's better. It's better, for sure. Brunson gets, but not still doesn't have a ton of context. Towns tries to hit Brunson, cutting back door. A bad pass from Towns. Brunson can't corral it, goes over his head and out of bounds, and here come the Spurs the other way. And I talked about start of the third quarter is a huge, huge moment here. You'd either extend the lead or give it all right back. Wembanyama up top, swings through to his right against Towns, leans in again, pump fake, got nowhere to go. Cross-court pass, Champagnie, a 3 over Brunson. Got it to go. End of foul. And that could be a flagrant, a landing violation on Brunson. And the Spurs are right back into it. They gave it right back. And that is a flagrant foul on Jalen Brunson. It's going to be. They're going to call the flagrant foul on Brunson. Landed on his ankle. It's going to be a landing violation. They're going to get the free throw and the ball back. That is a flagrant foul, unfortunately. I said not a flagrant. It is a flagrant foul. His foot does land in the vicinity. Now, he does come forward with the right foot a little bit. It doesn't meet the criteria of a reckless closeout. But if you are in the vicinity of the landing zone of a player and they land on your foot, normally that's just a straight up flagrant. It is a flagrant foul, like I thought. They are very consistent with that call. They are very consistent with that call. Amy said, did we talk about the fake flagrant on Mitch that was taken back in the postgame too? It was a technical foul, but no, we didn't mention it. Yeah, so if you guys didn't know, they rescinded the technical foul that Mitchell Robinson got for kung fu fighting with Wembanyama down low when they were shoving each other, and they only gave the technical to Robinson. They rescinded that technical. No technicals after that. So Champagny has the one free throw here after making the three. And he misses the free throw. Ball don't lie, baby. Ball don't lie. Oh, he has 2 free throws? This could be a 4-point play, but we took 4-point play off of the bingo card, which, by the way, we did not go through the bingo card at all during halftime. So the next time out break, we could go through the bingo card. Champagny does knock down the second free throw. I didn't know you had 2 free throws off of that. I thought it was only 1 free throw and then you get the ball back. They get it into Castle, being guarded by Hart. Castle swings through to his left, spins, gets it out to Champagny, back to Castle, wide open left wing 3. Excellent ball movement, and Castle can't get the 3 to go. Rebounded by Anunoby, and now here comes Brunson. Knicks still holding on to a 1-point lead, a mini lead, but we'll take it. Brunson takes Castle right into the post. Spins off of him, takes the baseline, goes under the rim, dribbles it out to Anunoby, hands it back, fakes the handoff, keeps it. Anunoby back up top to Brunson. Brunson swings it over to Josh Hart. Josh Hart back to Brunson, coming to his right. These guys just giving it right back to Brunson. I guess he's going to have to cook. Crosses over to his right down the lane. Double clutch floater. Can't get it to go. Battle for the rebound. Brunson picks it up, puts up the little jumper. Got it to go. Excellent crash from Josh Hart there to knock the ball away from Steph Castle there. Brunson, good effort to get back to it and knock down the little pull-up baseline jumper. And it's back to a 3-point lead. Stops and scores is the name of the game at this point with the lead. Champagny stops and pops on the pick and pop. Can't get it to go. Anunoby knocks the rebound away from Wembanyama. Great job from OG Anunoby there. Here comes Josh Hart bringing it down. He has it on the right wing. Josh Hart gets it up top to OG Anunoby. He'll take the lane and the paint goes up. And another two-handed slam from OG. It's a dunk fest out there. You love to see it. And the Knicks back up by 5. Stops and scores are the name of the game, y'all. 19 points for OG tonight, leading the way for both sides. And now De'Aaron Fox has it up top, isolating against Bridges, crossing over to his left down the lane. Pass fake, scoop play with the left hand, can't get it to go, but he draws the foul. He's going to the foul line for 2. That's 3 fouls now on Mikal Bridges, struggling with foul issues. I said OG has how many dunks? I don't know how many dunks he's had. Off the top of my head, I can think of 3 so far here tonight, I think. Definitely 2. I think he's got 3 or 4 dunks here tonight. Ira, what's up, Ira? As Fox knocks down the first free throw, he's got another one coming. Star said, yeah, Bridges ain't doing anything in the game. He's going to foul out? I don't think he's going to foul out, brother. But I wouldn't say he's doing nothing in the game. He's playing some okay defense. Said OG impressing his girlfriend Anna Hathaway. Come on, brother. She's married. Come on, big dog. Here comes Brunson bringing it down against Castle. Fox does knock down both free throws. It's back to a 1-possession, 3-point game. 9:30 to go here in the third quarter of a pivotal Game 3 in the NBA Finals. Brunson has it up top. Dancing with it against Castle. Looking for some help. Nobody comes up, so he's coming to his right off a hard screen. Champagny switches onto him. Brunson isolating, in and out dribble, coming to his left. Hesitates down the lane, pump fake. Steps inside, tries to get it over to Towns, turns it over. Brunson doing way too much on these possessions. And Vassell down the lane gets fouled by Josh Hart, and they're going to say 2 shots. They're going to say in the act of shooting. Brunson doing too much here. Way too much. Got to get the ball back to Karl-Anthony Towns to start running their offense. There's a couple of times here where I want to give Brunson the benefit of the doubt in the sense that he's given the ball up to Anunoby and the Hart multiple times, and those guys simply just go right back to giving him the ball. as Vassell knocks down the first free throw. He's got another one coming. But Brunson got to be like, no, listen, we're going to run the offense. Got to get the Karl Anthony Towns in the high post here. He's got to be better here. Got to be way better. As Vassell knocks down both free throws, it's a 1-point game. 68-67, 9 minutes to go here, and Bridges will bring it down. Get back off ball, JB, get back off ball. Bridges up top coming to his left, picks up his handle, out by the half-court line, gets it over to Anunoby. Anunoby being guarded by Wembanyama. Anunoby, rhythm dribbles, step back, pump fake, picks up his handle, gets it to Josh Hart, middle of the post, kicks it over to, and that's a foul on Victor Wembanyama off ball, running over OG Anunoby on the other side of the court, bails the Knicks out. Well, the Spurs were in rotation there. They probably would have got a decent look. But to bail the Knicks out a little bit there, now they get the ball side out of bounds here, and 14 on the shot clock when they had 5 remaining. So Brunson's got to get it in, gets it into Anunoby, being guarded by Champagnie. He faces up. Anunoby, jab step, taking the baseline, stops, steps back, picks up his handle, kicks it up top to Town, kicks it up top to Brunson. Brunson hits Bridges' comeback door, kicks it out to Josh Hart. Josh Hart, a right corner 3, barely grazes the side of the rim, careens back to the Spurs, and now here comes Fox pushing the pace. Fox crosses over down the lane to his left, pump fake goes up, gets blocked from behind, loose ball, saved, but by Bridges, who was already standing out of bounds. It'll stay here with the Spurs, unfortunately. So Castle will inbound it here. They get it into Vassell on the baseline. They kick it up top to Wembanyama. They swing it over to Champagnie. Champagnie has it up top. Gets it over to Castle. Driving to his right. Euros to his left. Kicks out the Fox. Left corner 3. Comes up short. Rebounded by Josh Hart, who runs into Brunson for the rebound. And now Jalen Brunson will bring it down. Brunson crosses over to his right, driving it down in the lane, runs right into Fox, throws up the floater, got it to go, and 1 for Jalen Brunson. Somehow got it to go down through the contact, going right through the chest of the Aaron Fox there. He's going to the foul line for 1 more. Oh my goodness. He just flipped it up there after getting the foul call. What a shot. Mike said too much isolation basketball. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Chris Baskerville, what's up, Chris? Brunson does knock down his and 1 free throw, too. We'll take it. 4-point lead for the Knicks. A little bit of breathing room. Here comes Fox bringing it down, being guarded by Bridges. Fox has it up top. Coming to his left off the Wemby screen. Slips it over to Wemby in the mid-range. Puts up the jumper over Towns. Got it to go. Nice calm shot for Wembanyama there. Set his feet and fired and got it to go down. And Josh Hart will bring it down. And we're under 8 minutes to go here in the third. Hart up top, gets it over to Towns. Towns up top, being guarded by De'Aaron Fox. Fakes the handoff, keeps it. Towns, jab step. Trying to come to his right and gets fouled by De'Aaron Fox. Another foul on Fox. And that's the third team foul. 2 more, and they'll be in the bonus. 1 more puts them in the bonus, and then... Nick Yak said, nobody wants the ball. What Brunson to do? Yeah, I want to, listen, Jalen Brunson's just got to be a better leader. I talked about that, Nick Yak, where, like, Brunson has given up the ball multiple times in this offense, and the guys simply just get it right back to him. So what are you going to do after that? It's like, all right, I'll just do my thing. But, like, he's got to be a better point guard, and the coaching staff's got to step in, too, to be like, okay, well, we got to, as Brunson across the baseline, can't get the floater to go. Wembanyama the rebound. Quick outlet to Harper. It's a 3-on-2 fast break over to Vassell, sprays it out to the wing, and he knocks it down. I believe that's his third 3. Again, we'll go through the bingo card in a second as the Spurs retake a 1-point lead. Josh Hart tries to get over to Bridges. Vassell jumped the passing lane and knocks it out of bounds. Just that said, get 3 fouls in the Spurs rotation. It's a spot on the bench for you. Oh, I didn't even have this up for you guys. My bad. You guys didn't even say anything. This is who's on the court right now. Obviously, both starting lineups out there. But now Keldon Johnson subs in. Wembanyama remains out there. Usually plays about the first 6 minutes. Anunoby has it by the half-court line, being guarded by Vassell. Anunoby going to look to drive, coming to his left, step back, mid-range, fall away. OG Anunoby got it to go. Here comes Dylan Harper bringing it down. Harper gets it over to Keldon Johnson. Keldon Johnson on the left wing, up top to Harper, gets it back to Johnson against Brunson, driving it down, and draws the foul on Jalen Brunson going to the rim. Strong move from Keldon Johnson there, picking on the Brunson matchup. I said I've been saying all game is the offense. I disagree, brother. I disagree. The reason why the Spurs are back into it is because they couldn't stop them. They couldn't stop them from scoring. They came out. Well, a couple of turnovers, for sure, hampering their defense. So, it's both, clearly. It's both. It's not one and not the other. But the offense has also been rough. A couple of turnovers to start the second half here was rough. Keldon Johnson missed the first free throw, by the way. Michael Mack, appreciate you, brother. Thank you for your generosity with the super chat. My goodness. He said, salute to everyone here. Appreciate you, Michael Mack. Thank you for that. Keldon Johnson misses 2 in a row. That goes on the bingo card. We're under 7 to go. They hand it off to Brunson. Brunson has it up top. Going to run a 2-man game with Anunoby. Jab step. Vassell switches onto him. Brunson swings through to his left. Swings it out to Josh Hart. Left corner 3. Josh, line me up again. Line me up again. Line me up again. 4 made threes for Josh Hart. Oh, my goodness. Josh Hart is hooping here tonight. We're getting a Josh Hart game. Dylan Harper gets it over to Castle. Castle, stampede step down the lane. Can knock down the lefty layup. Josh Hart gets the rebound away from him. Towns able to pick it up, and here comes Brunson. It's a 4-point lead for the Knicks. Brunson fakes the handoff, tries to get it to Anunoby, and another turnover. Come on, JB. Timeout for the New York Knicks. Wembanyama giving them too much space there. Whew. Mark, stupid turnovers, really dumb turnovers, unforced turnovers. We didn't go over the box score. We also didn't go over the bingo card. But let's go over the box score now. So we don't forget we had 2 consecutive missed free throws from Keldon Johnson there. So we can put that up there. We didn't go over the Knicks box score. Anunoby now up to 21 points. My goodness. 21 points for OG, leading the way. Jalen Brunson right behind him with 20. But he does have the 4 turnovers, and we don't want to see this number right here, JB. Get this number lower, brother. What are you doing? Towns with 9, 5, and 1 here tonight. He also has 2 steals and 2 blocks. He's just been a stalwart defensively. Put some respect on Karl-Anthony Towns' name on the defensive end of the court. Can we stop saying he's a turnstile defensively? He's locked in right now. Gigi said, get Brunson out of the game. GTA 5 in the point guard right now. OG and Cat cooking. Fair. That's fair. Also, though, Jalen Brunson's also cooking offensively. 7-15 from the floor, 2 for 3 from 3, 4 for 5 from the free throw line. Get somebody in for Mikal Bridges, Alvarado for Bridges. Again, I keep talking about the Alvarado-Brunson tandem. It gets the ball out of Brunson's hands. He gets another point guard out there who's going to prioritize getting the ball to Towns, and you utilize Brunson off ball more. I know it's a smaller lineup. I would just like to see Alvarado and Brunson share the court for a couple of minutes here and there. Outside of that, Josh Hart 4 for 6 from 3 tonight, 16 points, 6 boards, 4 assists. Very Josh Hartian type of game, which, by the way, we have him for 12, 5, and 5. He's 1 assist away from that. Please get that big Josh Hart. I said Alvarado needs to be in the game right now. We're probably going to put in Shamit for Bridges here, but I agree. I think Alvarado's been fantastic, and I would have him alongside of Brunson in this lineup. And again, I know it's small. I would still have Alvarado out there. Tyreke Smith said put Deuce in. Deuce will come into the game eventually, but he did not play particularly well in that first half. Robinson tonight, only 3 minutes so far. Interesting. I know we're leaning on Towns heavily tonight, so I don't mind it in particular, but only 3 minutes for Mitchell Robinson so far. Jordan Clarkson, 7 minutes. I thought he was up and down. He had some really bad turnovers, or a really bad turnover, where he just threw the ball away after a nice steal. And then he did knock down a 3, which is big, off the bench. Also got to the rim for a layup. Needed his impact off the bench. He was really, really impactful. Landry Shamet, 11 minutes, didn't knock down a shot. 0 for 3 from 3, 2 boards, 2 assists. Thought he was iffy. Also defensively was not great. And then Alvarado in his 5 minutes, 4 points, a rebound. Really good floor game from Jose Alvarado overall. And then McBride, 6 minutes, 0 for 1 from 3. Didn't do a whole lot out there. Really struggling against this defense here tonight. But we do have that. We do have Devin Vassell for 3 threes. He's 3 for 3 from three-point range tonight. We have Anunoby for 15 already. We have Sham at 3 threes. Bridges 15 points. Champagny for 3 threes. Champagny for, he's got 2 threes here tonight. Double-double goaltend. Nobody with a double-double here tonight yet. Fox does have 7 assists, though. So that's all we got so far. Harper with only 6 points off the bench. So here we go. Locking back in. Vassell lobs it down low to Wemby, who misses the floater, but Harper and Wemby there for the tip up and in. I think that's Harper. Either way. Did I miss something? The Knicks knocked down a 3, I guess. What 3 did I miss? Oh, the Josh Hart 3. My bad. I was too busy celebrating. 76-74 now off the tip in. Robinson is in the game. Brunson gets it over to Robinson. Robinson has it up top. Hands it off to Brunson. Coming to his left. Mid-range pull-up jumper from Brunson. In and out. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by Keldon Johnson. Gets it over to Harper. Harper will bring it down. Harper has it up top. Being guarded by Josh Hart. Harper, cross-court pass. Wembanyama puts up the straight. No. Fakes the straightaway 3. Pump fakes. Leaves it off for Keldon Johnson, who lays it up and in. Beautiful pass there. And I don't love this lineup here. No Towns. No Alvarado. Mikal Bridges out of the game. Sham it in. Shamit's going to have a big impact here. We're tied at 76. Josh Hart coming off the Robinson screen. Picks up his handle. Kicks it out to Brunson. Brunson dances with it against Castle. In and out move. Coming to his right. Down the lane. Kicks it out to Josh Hart. Josh Hart will drive it to his left. In the lane. Step back. Fall away jumper from Josh Hart. In and out. Can't get it to stay. Battle for the rebound. Wembanyama. Good box out on Robinson. And now here comes Castle pushing the other way. We are at 5 minutes to go. Castle leaves it off for Wemby. Wemby will spot up the 3 over Robinson. And he'll knock down the 3 over Robinson. And the Spurs take a 3-point lead here. Under 5 to go. Brunson coming to his right at the Robinson screen. Brunson, pull up 3 on the right wing. Brunson, off the back rim, can't get it to go. Shaman knocks the rebound out to Anunoby. Anunoby will catch it on the run, drives to his left, step back, left wing 3, over Robinson and off in the rebound. Over Keldon Johnson, can't get it to go. Brunson picks up the pass, driving it down against Castle, runs right into him. Floater, can't get it to go, but Robinson right there for the tip up and in. Big Mitch having an impact now, leaning on Wembanyama, grabbing it out offensive rebound, and then getting the tip in over him. And now Dylan Harper coming to his right down the lane. Brunson fouls him. And it's before the shot, foul on the floor, and we got 4:30 to go here. And that's 4 fouls on Brunson. Might be a blessing in disguise with the floor game he's playing so far in this third quarter. Also, let's update our bingo card. Our bingo card's looking way too empty. So we went through it. This is what we got. Oh, Castle's got 20 points, right? Castle's got 18. No, he does not. All right, let's update our bingo card, though. There we go. 4 fouls with Brunson. Not great. Harper is at the foul line because the Spurs are in the bonus. Got 4:30 to go. Wembanyama comes out. And again, Wembanyama comes out. Got to take advantage of the Wembanyama-less minutes. Dylan Harper knocks down both free throws. 4:30 to go in a pivotal third quarter. Alvarado in, along with Robinson, Jordan Clarkson, Josh Hart out, Shamet, and Anunoby. The only starter remaining out there is OG Anunoby. Shamet swings through to his right, gets fouled by Vassell. A lot of pushing and shoving yet again there. And it's still side out of bounds here. Shamet and Vassell getting into it a little chirping back and forth. Just that said, cat for Mitch. Yeah, you got to get an offensive guy out there to kind of run your offense through with no Brunson and no Bridges. Now Towns comes in for Robinson. All right, Big Cat. It's your moment, brother. It's your moment. Mark said all they can do is get in our heads. It's all they got. That's all they got. Solid stint for Mitchell Robinson there. Wasn't long, wasn't much, but solid stint. They get it into Towns up top, being guarded by Cornette. Gets it out to Alvarado, coming to his right. Sees the double team. Alvarado driving it down in the lane. Tries to get over to Clarkson. Almost turns it over. Clarkson able to pick it up. Shot clock winding down. Driving to his right in the lane. Hop step floater. Can't get it to go down. Gets his own offensive rebound and put back. Jordan Clarkson relentless to the rim. There you go, JC. Fox pushing the pace the other way. Fox coming to his left. Clarkson hedges out to switch on to him to kick it out to Vassell. Back over to Fox. Fox being guarded by Jordan Clarkson. Fox gets it over to Keldon Johnson in the corner against Shamet. Cuts him off nicely. Has him in the post. Drop step. And a foul on the floor and Landry Shamet. Shamet picking up his intensity here. Or is that an offensive foul? No. No. Shamet's just walking down the other end of the court. He's not lining up at the line. Keldon Johnson will be at the foul line for 2 free throws because both teams are in the bonus for the final 4 minutes here. Just that said, I would love to see Jordan Clarkson shaved head. Brother, you know how long it took for him to grow that hair out? he may never shave his head again. Christian Blaze said Spurs aren't in the bonus yet. They are in the bonus. Both teams in the bonus. Keldon Johnson at the foul line for 2 free throws. Got fouled on the floor. He's at the foul line for 2 now. Johnson does miss the second free throw. Split the pair. Clarkson knocks the rebound over to Anunoby. Jordan Clarkson, solid stint so far. Alvarado bringing it down, directing traffic. 3:30 to go. Alvarado tries to get it over to Anunoby, and an off-ball foul is called on the Spurs there. So now Anunoby will go to the foul line for 2 free throws. A foul on Keldon Johnson. A little bit of a free throw fest. You know, they finally called the foul on Keldon. I know. He's been pushing and shoving and grabbing and holding all night long. OG knocks down the first free throw. He's got another one coming. OG, a fantastic night tonight. Phenomenal night. So OG Anunoby knocked down the first free throw. Fantastic free throw shooter. Misses the second free throw. I jinxed him. And a 1-point lead for the Spurs here. And now here comes Dylan Harper, who came flying in for that rebound, by the way. Harper coming to his left off the screen, snaking it back to his right hand, down the lane, goes up against Towns. Got the layup to go. My goodness, this kid. How did you finish that against Towns? Goes right through his chest and gets the layup to go. Alvarado bringing it down, coming to his right off the Towns screen, picks up his handle, swings it out to Towns. Towns pump fakes. He'll drive the lane, Euros past Fox, floater off glass, can't get it to go. Battle for the rebound. Cornette able to grab it. I would rather Karl-Anthony Towns just take that 3 there. Keldon Johnson bringing it down against Shamet, driving it down through his chest, stops, spins, got nowhere to go. Towns able to get the steal on Keldon Johnson. Great defense from Towns yet again. And now here comes Alvarado pushing the pace. Hesitation move, attacking, layup, off glass. Wild shot from Jose Alvarado. Excellent defense from Fox. Didn't love that decision from Alvarado at all. Here comes Harper bringing it down against Anunoby. It's not really his game. Crosses over on Anunoby. Hop step in the lane, fall away over Anunoby. High arcing, can't get it to go. Cornette battling for the rebound, able to snag it in the paint, and then gets knocked to the ground. It's a foul on the Knicks. And Luke Cornette will go to the foul line for 2 free throws. Durden said, as a person that had dreads, it takes ages. You know, it does. It does. Kay Hayes said they're playing terrible. Not a very good third quarter at all. I agree. I agree. So the three-point shooting has evened out. Both sides 9 for 21 exactly from the three-point line here. Free throws obviously going to even out as the game goes on, but a lot of free throws for the Spurs in this third quarter here. They're up to 20 attempts. Knicks still stuck at 17. Not stuck at 17. I think they've only taken 3 free throws in this quarter. 1 from Brunson and then the 2 there from Anunoby. So not a lot going on for the Knicks in that. Oh, maybe 5. I think they had 12 at halftime. Either way. The Spurs have now jumped them in the free throw battle. They've taken a ton of free throws in this quarter. They're only 13 for 20, though. Rebounds, 23. The Knicks actually winning the rebounding battle now. Well, I think they were winning it before, but dominating the rebounding battle now up by 6. They've also grabbed 3 offensive rebounds more than the Spurs. 5 total in the quarter. Total turnovers, though, the Knicks, this is the problem. This is why they're losing the game right now. Total turnovers, where are you at? 11. 11 for the Knicks, only 6 for the Spurs. Knicks not turning them over is also a problem. Defense, also a problem, but also the offense turning it over. But the defense not turning them over, that dichotomy is a huge problem right now. Blesso, it's a bless. Bridges sucks. You weren't saying that in game 2. Gonna need a better performance from Bridges here in the fourth quarter. Where are you, Mikal? Gotta show up here. Mikal Bridges tonight. Still stuck on the 2 fouls, but only taking the 1 shot, the 1 3, and that's it. Missed it. 2 boards, 1 assist. He's only played 19 minutes. Got to get Bridges back in there. Again, I don't love this lineup. They did put Towns back in there, so I'm a little bit better with it. But with no Brunson out there, I want Bridges out there with Alvarado. Those 2 guys can definitely get out and running. Those are your 2 best fast-paced guys. Him and those 3, Josh Hart, Mikal Bridges, and Jose Alvarado. If you really want to push the pace, you have those 3 guys out there. And to have Alvarado out there without Josh Hart and without Mikal Bridges doesn't give him a running mate to get out and run with. Get Shamet out, get Bridges in, man. Get Shamet out, get Bridges in. I have not loved the minutes from Landry Shamet here tonight. I don't think he's been particularly good. Aeon said New York's going to hold on, though. Too many strong scoring nights so far for them, along with guys that are all due, Bridges and Shamet. We'll see. We'll see. Inar said we need max ball handling. Josh Hart, Bridges, bring ball handling. Mike said we have to hit the boards. I think the rebounding has been fine. Calder Brothway said your play-by-play is way better than ESPN. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. Young On said too sloppy, need to clean it up. They do need to clean it up. Bring in Mitch next stoppage. They did have Mitch in for a while there. But again, they brought Towns in because you need offense from somebody. And having a lineup of Anunoby being your go-to lead guy offensively to run the offense is not good. So that's why he brought in Towns in for Robinson. But it has not worked out for them so far. Troy Carolina said Deuce and Mikal are no-shows. That's what we're missing. I mean, Shamet, too. I mean, a lot of guys struggling here tonight, not providing what you need them to provide. Chris said keep it close for JB. He is having an okay game overall here tonight. All right, here we go. Ronald McPaul said, fourth quarter Brunson is dangerous. He is. He is. So Luke Cornett is at the free throw line for 2 free throws here. Bridges is indeed back in. Comes in for Anunoby. Cornett knocks down the first free throw. He's got another one coming. Yak said, no McBride. No McBride in the second half so far, right? Luke Cornett knocks down both free throws. 5-point deficit for the Knicks, 86-81. Jose Alvarado will bring it down. And we got 2:30 to go here. Alvarado has it on the left wing. Gets it over to Towns. Towns up top. Catches. Pump fake. Pump fakes again. Cornett goes for it. Towns steps back. Pump fakes. Gets it over to Alvarado. Ran up the 3-point line. Will take the lane. Kicks it out. Shamet. Open right corner 3. Shamet finally got one to go down from Landry Shamet. Great manipulation from Alvarado there to take the baseline and hit the open man. Here comes Castle bringing it down the other way, looking for an answer. Castle up top, gets it over to Champagny, back to Castle. Castle coming to his right, pulls it back out, crossing over, dancing with it, swings it out to Champagny, back to Castle. Castle being guarded by Bridges. Swings through to his right, down the lane in the paint, stops, pulls it back, cross-court pass. Harper, extra pass up top to Champagny, an open 3 over Shamet. Got it to go, responded right back with a 3 of his own. Excellent ball movement from the Spurs. Harper, knowing it's not his night with the 3-point shot, swung that thing over to Champagny, wide open straightaway 3. Good effort from Shamet to get out there, but not good enough. Alvarado picks up his handle, steps through, spins, got nowhere to go. Gets it out to Jordan Clarkson in the left corner, being guarded by Cornett. Clarkson, jab step, swings through to his right, down the lane in the paint, flips it up over Cornett. Can't get the friendly roll. Battle for the rebound. Towns picks it up and lays it up and in. Good battle on the boards from Karl-Anthony Towns there. 89-86, 120 to go. Fox shot out of a cannon, pulls it back out, being guarded by Shamet. Fox on the right wing. He's going to isolate. Nope, he's going to swing it out to Champagny. He's feeling it from 3. Comes up short on that one. Can't get the bounce. Battle for the rebound. Alvarado in the paint picks it up after Castle knocked away from Towns. Here comes Shamet bringing it down the other way. It's a 1-possession game, 3-point game, 89-86. Shamet has it up top, being guarded by Fox. Over to Towns. Towns swings through to his left. Driving down the lane, picks up his handle. Pass fake, pass fake, pass fake, pass fake. Has nowhere to go. He's got nowhere to go. He's got nowhere to go. Over to Clarkson. Clarkson with the shot clock winding down. Clarkson, you got to get busy. Puts up the straightaway 3. Got it to go. Jordan Clarkson. The prayers are answered. Oh my goodness, JC off the bench. We needed it. And now here comes Dylan Harper bringing it down. 44 seconds to go here. Harper up top being guarded by Shamet. Crossing over. Coming to his right off the spin, pulls it back out. Dancing with it, rhythm dribble, step back 3. Got it to go for Dylan Harper. The 3-point shots are flowing here for both sides now. And it's a 3-point lead for the Spurs to get it right back. 92-89, 27 seconds to go. Alvarado on the left wing, picks up his handle, directing traffic. Alvarado, I like it. Direct the traffic to get over to Bridges. Bridges on the left wing being guarded by Cornet. He sees the advantage. Bridges crosses over, gets to the foul line, pull-up jumper. Mikal Bridges got me to go. Mikal, finally his first bucket of the night. 91-92, 10 seconds to go here. My timer ticked out, but I got you guys. 10 seconds to go. Harper has it up top, being guarded by Bridges. Harper crossing over, coming to his right off the Cornet screen. In and out dribble, rhythm dribble, sidestep three, another one. In and out, can't get that one to go. Battle for the rebound. Alvarado picks it up, and that'll be the end of our third quarter. 12 minutes on the clock. 91-92, a 1-point lead for the San Antonio Spurs in a pivotal Game 3 here in Madison Square Garden for the first time this century. May the best team win. Here we go. Here we go. You know, that's the midi we needed from Mikal, yeah. Got to a spot and knocked it down against Cornet. Can we see a little bit more of that? This kid, Dylan Harper, though, has not really had the touch all night. Came through to end the third quarter right there. Knicks, without Dylan Harper going off like that, the Knicks would have taken like a 4 or 5 point lead going into the fourth quarter there. Huge from him. Huge to him. Jordan Clarkson, by the way, 10 points off the bench. My goodness. Needed every single one of them. Need every single one of them. Need more, too. Need more, too. AP said, I got a bad feeling about this one. You got a bad feeling about everything, AP. Ronald McPaul said, not great, not terrible. Yeah, I mean, it's the NBA Finals. It's going to be helter-skelter. It's going to be up and down. You're not going to play a perfect game against this level of defense against the Spurs. Towns with 11, 6, and 1. Bridges finally knocked down a shot. He's got 2. Clarkson with 10 big old points off the bench, man. Landry Shamet finally knocks down a 3, and Alvarado continues to be really solid off the bench. 4 points, 3 boards, 1 assist. Couple of decisions there I didn't love from Alvarado, but you're not going to be perfect. And I think for the most part, I think he's been pretty fantastic here tonight. So Anunoby leading the way with 22. Brunson right behind him at 20. Towns with 11. Hart with 16. 4 for 6 from 3 for Josh Hart. Off the bench, Jordan Clarkson, my goodness, 10 big old points. Again, 5 players in double-figure scoring. Clarkson now with 10, Brunson with 20, Hart with 16, Towns with 11, and Anunoby with 22. You love to see it. As far as the Spurs go, they have Harper now off the bench for 13, Castle with 18. Stuck on 18 for Steph Castle. We had 18 at halftime, did not score in the second half. You love to see it. Then Harper, 13 points for him. He needs 2 more points for our bingo card. We have him up here for 15. Any player for 3 blocks, Wembanyama with 2. Nobody else. Towns with 2. Also 3 steals for Towns. Yeah, nobody else with more than 2 blocks, okay? Nobody else with more than 1. 2 blocks for Wemby and Towns there. We haven't had a logo 3. No Brunson 30 ball yet. Robinson 3 offensive rebounds. I think he only has the 1. Robinson has 3 offensive rebounds. There you go, Big Mitch. He's got 3 offensive rebounds. When did that happen? Haven't had a goaltend. Wemby for 30. He's on pace for sure. He's got what? 22? 22 for Wemby, so he's on pace. No double-doubles yet. Closest for the Knicks is nobody really too particularly close. Towns with 6 boards. Josh Hart with 6 boards. Wembanyama with 7 rebounds. 5 assists as well for Wemby. But yeah, outside of that, nothing else really to fill in on the bingo card here. Champagny knocked down another 3, right? That's 3 threes now for Julian Champagny. That is 3 threes for Julian Champagny. So they got their shooters to hit their props. And the Knicks, Shamet has 1 between Shamet and McBride, 1 3-point make. Now, thankfully, Clarkson has stepped up in a major way. Fox with 15, he's got 6. Not looking good. Jonathan Dredd said, give me some Jose to spice up the big cat. I'm with you. I'm with you. DJ Punchy. What's up, DJ? Defense gotten tightened up this quarter? Yeah. Yeah, I've been harping on the defense. Ken Hart's been harping on the offense. And honestly, both of them need to step up in a major way. Where neither of us are wrong. Where both of the sides of the ball desperately needs to step up for the Knicks here tonight. Spurs will bring the ball down to start the quarter, and the Knicks have the same lineup out there. Don't change a thing. Bridges, Alvarado, Clarkson, Shamet, and Towns. They get over to Castle up top. Swings through 2 right up the Wembanyama screen. Down the lane, throws a lob up top to Wemby. It's a bad pass, but a foul on Karl Anthony Towns. Foul on the floor. Madrasi said, don't know how to stay so calm and do your job, Chevy. I'm nervous as hell. I just have full belief in this team. Castle has it on the right wing, being guarded by Shamet. Jab step, swings through to his left, behind the back. Shaman posts the ball loose. Castle picks it up, leaves it off for Fox. Right wing three, Fox is open. Too strong, can't get it to go. Keldon Johnson had the rebound, knocked out of his hands, but a foul is called on Bridges. Come on, Mark Davis. Can you let us battle on the boards? That's 2 quick fouls in the quarter. You're going to put us in the bonus early. That's not a foul. That's 2 dudes going for a loose ball. Fox gets it in the Castle. Castle coming to his left, throws a lob up top to Wemby, and Wemby throws it down. Come on, ref. Give him the ball back. For nothing. Both guys grabbing and holding. That's not a foul. Alvarado pulls it back out, has it on the left wing. He'll stop and pop for a 3 over Wemby. Too strong, can't get it to go. Shamus snags an offensive rebound, goes under the rim, kicks it back out to Alvarado. Alvarado coming to his right, pulls it back out, gets it over to Bridges. Bridges being guarded by De'Aaron Fox. Bridges swings through to his right, driving it down, gets to the baseline, loses the handle, picks it back up, ball knocked out of his hands. It'll stay here with the Knicks with 3 seconds on the shot clock, though. Troy Carolina said they're literally keeping the Spurs in the game. Aeon said, hit that like button for your boy Chevy. Appreciate you, Aeon. Bridges, got to get it in. We only have 3 seconds to operate with. They get it into Clarkson. Clarkson spins along the baseline, puts up the jumper. Can't get it to go. Vassell all over him. Where's my foul call? And now here comes Castle bringing it down, gets it over to Wemby. Wemby on the right wing, gets it over to Fox. Fox will catch it, drive to his left in the lane. Gets blocked by Clarkson, but a foul is called. And that's 3 quick fouls in the first 2 minutes of the quarter. First minute of the quarter. 3 fouls in the first minute of the quarter. 1 more foul and the Knicks are in the bonus. Fox had the foul line for 2. Just that's a team fouls adding up. That's what I'm saying. That's 3 team fouls already. 1 more will put him in the bonus, and then every free throw after that will be free throws for the Spurs. Fox knocks down the first one. He's got another one coming. I'm not going to lie, guys. My eyes are starting to water up with how stank this shirt is. The shirt smells so bad. It's like onions. My eyes are burning from the stench. Fox knocks down both free throws. 96-91. Alvarado will bring it down. Alvarado has it up top, being guarded by De'Aaron Fox. Directing traffic, calling up Bridges. Alvarado coming to his right. Hands it off to Clarkson. Clarkson behind the back against Fox, turns it over. Get him out of the game. Fox bringing it down, tries to get it over to Keldon Johnson. Bridges knocks the ball loose. Alvarado goes into the stands trying to save it, but it'll stay here with the Spurs. Mark said, get our dude back in. Yeah. Listen, they did their job to end the quarter. Get JB back in. Get Josh Hart back in there. Bill Bradley got ran over. Was that Bill Bradley? That's not Bill Bradley. My bad. That's just an old dude. Derek Jeter was in the vicinity, though. Abigail, what's up, Abigail? Did the Knicks lead the game? The Knicks did have a lead at halftime. They had a 7-point lead at halftime. Eric Tron. AP said, where's Brunson? On the bench. On the bench. Remains on the bench. Josh Hart back in, though. Josh Hart in for Clarkson. Yeah, they had to get Clarkson out of there. They get over to Wembanyama. Clarkson, great minutes, but time to get out. Wemby tries to kick it out. Shamet tips the ball, but Wemby was passing it to nobody. Would have been a turnover, but Shamet got his hand in there. So now it's going to stay with the Spurs. 12 on their shot clock. 5-point lead. That's a JB normal rest time. Very normal rest time, for sure. They get it into Wembanyama, out by the half-court line. Wembanyama's going to isolate against Towns here. Wembanyama dancing with it. Rhythm dribble, step back 3. Towns got his hand on it. Excellent defense from Towns. Fox rhythm dribble, pull up 3. Comes up short. Castle, the rebound over Bridges, though, goes up. Gets blocked by Bridges, and Bridges with the ball. Gets it over to Alvarado. Great recovery from McHale after giving up the rebound. Alvarado hands it off to Hart. Hart trying to get it to Towns. Josh Hart coming to his right. Gets it over to Bridges. Jab step, McHale. A lot of standing around for the Knicks. This is where you need Brunson. Crosses over to his right, down the lane in the paint, kicks out to Shaman at the corner, puts up the shot, air ball, rebounded by Vassell. Get Brunson in this game, coach. My goodness. Keldon Johnson to hit ahead. The Fox swings through to his left, down the lane in the paint, steps through, kicks it out. Wembanyama up top, ran off the 3-point line by Alvarado, picks up his handle, swings it out to Castle. Castle puts up the 3 over Towns. Too strong, can't get it to go. Bridges the rebound. And now here comes Jose Alvarado bringing it down. Alvarado up top, over to Hart, hit ahead, Shamet, wide open, left corner three, line me up, Landry, Shamet can't get it to go, Josh Hart comes flying in, can't snag the rebound, loose ball, out of bounds, nope, not out of bounds, Fox able to save it, over to Vassell, Alvarado, hit ahead, Keldon Johnson throws the lob up top to Wembanyama, catches it, and gets fouled by Landry Shamet. And now they're going to be in the bonus off that foul. 3 minutes into the fourth quarter, they're going to put the Spurs in the bonus. 4 on Shamet. Got to get Shamet out as well. Get Brunson back in. 9 minutes to go here. And now San Antonio's in the bonus the remainder of the game. Robinson is also going to come in with Brunson here. Judge, that's it. Enter Sandman. 5-point deficit, though. Nick Yaxedo, we got what we needed from the bench. Get the dudes back in. I think Mike Brown waited too long. It's game 3 of the NBA Finals. I think he waited too long to get the dudes back in, personally. They get it into Dylan Hart. I would have did it about a minute ago, and that might have saved the possession or two. A lot of standing around offensively for the Knicks. Champagnie takes the baseline, throws up the floater, comes up short, battle for the rebound. Bridges able to snag it. And now here comes Bridges bringing it down the other way. Bridges up top, crosses over to his left, now crossing over to his right for Robinson, screen, driving it down in the lane, foul line, pull-up jumper over Castle, can't get it to go, and Harper comes flying in for the rebound, and Dylan Harper bringing it down. Harper up top, coming to his right, in and out dribble, crossing over, off of Shamet, down the lane, kicks it out to Castle, extra pass to Champagnie, ran up the three-point line by Josh Hart in the paint, Keldon Johnson, easy layup, AP with a very generous super chat, appreciate you, brother. He said, what the heck are they doing at Brunson in? He's back in, brother, he's back in. It's a 7-point lead for the Spurs here. Brunson, pass fake, driving it down, foul line, in the lane, stops, steps through, scoop lay with the right hand, misses it, but Robinson gets the tip of it in. There you go, Big Mitch. Muscle and Wemby out of the paint there. McBride at the scorer's table now. Got to come in for Shamet, I assume. Dylan Harper goes under the rim, kicks it out to Wembanyama, coming to his left, kicks it back out to Castle, extra pass over to Harper, will throw up the three over Robinson, throws up a brick, long rebound, and it's a loose ball foul on the Knicks. Dang, man, what is with these foul calls here? They're going to say it's on Bridges there. And that's 2 free throws. Now Wembanyama at the foul line for 2 here. McHale's 4th, yep. Detroit boy said y'all in trouble. We gonna be all right, brother. You know, I said that was a real foul, unfortunately. Unfortunately. But the thing about it, Kinahara, is if we want to slow down and review every battle for the rebound, we could call a foul on every single one of those. Let them battle for a rebound. Wembanyama was not in position to snag that rebound anyway. But when you put yourself in a bad situation like that, you're liable to be called for a foul. It was a foul. Just that's an OG inducing. Had to get OG back in, for sure. Bridges to the bench. Struggled all night. Wembanyama knocks down both free throws. 7-point lead for the Spurs. 100-93. Jalen Brunson bringing it down. And a foul and Castle out on the perimeter. And they're going to start calling it close now. $193, 8 minutes to go in a pivotal game 4. Here in the fourth quarter, Brunson gets it in the Robinson. Robinson up top, hands it off to Brunson. Brunson coming to his right off the Robinson screen, has some space, snaking it down in the lane, in the paint, kicks it out. Josh Hart has been knocking him down all night, misses that 3 right there. I would have wished Brunson would have went to his own shot rather than kicking out to Josh Hart for the open 3. I just get in the rhythm, JB, get in the rhythm. Fourth quarter time. Wemby, rhythm dribble, pull up 3, got it to go and fouled. And Robinson is saying he was pushed from behind. Mike Brown, do you challenge this? Wemby knocked down the 3 and got fouled. Mike Brown's going to use a challenge. Robinson was saying he got pushed from behind into Wembanyama on the 3 there. So that should negate, if it is an offensive foul on the Spurs there. Let's see the replay on it. Keldon Johnson. It does look like Keldon Johnson pushes Mitchell Robinson there. So if this is pulled back and called an offensive foul on Keldon Johnson and the Spurs, it negates the 3 and it gives a foul to Keldon Johnson and a team foul to the Spurs there. Mark said this might be the dagger. Nah, we're going to be all right, brother. We're going to be all right. Knicks and 4 until proven otherwise. We have yet to be proven otherwise. We're going to be all right. We're going to be all right. Abigail said, tie series, Knicks will be in a big problem. We're going to be all right. Keenan Hart said, it's fine. We're not winning. He can challenge all he wants. We'll see. Christian Blaze said, does that take away the 3? If it is a successful challenge, it will take away the 3. TT in the morning said only a 10-point lead. That's what I'm saying. As if the Knicks haven't come back from 22 down before. As if the Knicks didn't come back from 14 points against this very Spurs team in the fourth quarter in Game 1. Sons Jen said, look, if this game goes bad, we all know who jinxed it. Chi-Chi, what's up, Chi-Chi? Streak over this one. This is 1 JB. This one is 1 JB. Game took a turn with his idiotic decision in the third. Better score 60 points on Wednesday. Yeah, rough outing for Jalen Brunson in that third quarter in particular. Had a good second quarter and then a rough third quarter. Drew Sims said, non-believers, stand down, please. Rich Smith said, Spurs are playing loose. Nothing to lose. Yeah, they don't. I mean, they have a lot to lose. They lose tonight. They go down 0-3. Bradlick said, it's not fireworks time yet. The Spurs are trying. Don't think it's over. This is 2 stops and 2 drops. Yeah. Very close. James McCants, relax, you got to believe. You got to believe. You got to believe. Just that if there's one thing in the world I know how to do is get over a Knicks loss. There you go. Ulan Davis, what's up, Ulan? I now came home from work to listen to the game on the radio all night. Now I got the chance to watch the final fourth quarter. There you go, brother. South America going on. Appreciate you, Ulan. Appreciate you, brother. Villainette TV said, let the rowdy Knicks fans in the building. There you go. Keenan Hart said, I call it like I see it. This one, 8 hours. We have not figured it out on offense. I mean, or defense. Defense has not been as bad, but you're right. The offense has been rough. The offense has been, they cleaned up the defense mostly as the game went on. They get some stops, but you're right, Keenan Hart. The offense has been the bigger problem here tonight. Just that said, if there is one thing in the world I know how to do is move on from the Knicks loss, yeah. Rich Smith said Knicks 12 turnovers, yeah. Yeah, only 93 points so far here. Successful challenge. Doesn't that wave off the 3? It does wave off the 3. It does wave off the 3. Can't hard dagger delayed. It is a successful challenge, which helps the bingo card. Jalen Brunson bringing it down. Here we go. 7-point game still, 100-93. Brunson coming to his left. Blows right past Wembanyama. Euros in the paint. Lefty layup. Got it to go. Beautiful move from Brunson. We got a 5-point ball game here. And a timeout for the San Antonio Spurs. Okay. Okay. 5-point game. Here we go. Michael Rogers said, Knicks not playing as if they want to wrap this up in 4. Yes, they are, brother. Yes, they are. Keenan said, what a turnaround, -3 and +2 for us. 5-point swing. Would have been down 10. Instead, you're only down 5. D, what's up, D? So we did have a successful challenge. Filling in the box score a little bit there. Didn't Fox get to the foul line? Does he have... What are we looking at here? What are we looking at here? Wembanyama with 26 points. Brunson with what? 22 off that layup. 22 off the layup for Jalen Brunson. Wembanyama 10 for 15 from the floor tonight. He's been spectacular. 7 rebounds, 5 assists for Victor Wembanyama. Vassell's hit the 3-3. Champagne's hit the 3 threes. Fox only at 8 points. Castle still stuck at 18. Harper stuck at 13. So a couple of props for the Spurs. Delayed. As far as the Knicks go, Josh Hart was 16, 6, and 4. We need one more assist for Josh Hart for the bingo card. Christian Blaze said Wemby was starting to feel himself a bit too much. I said that was absolutely enormous. Yeah. Yeah. Good challenge from Mike Brown. Really good challenge. Jared, that said 8-4 in the fourth. Not a great start. 5-point game. They're going to be all right. Teeth in the morning said that's one thing I like about Mike Brown. He usually makes good challenge calls, ones that can change the momentum of the game. Yeah, I mean, my biggest gripe with his usage of challenges is that he oftentimes doesn't always use a challenge in the game. Like, there's so many games this season where he just walked away without using one. And I'd rather, it's hard. I'd rather give my team an opportunity by using a challenge to overcome something rather than saving in my back pocket because I don't think I could win it. And I get it, because if you lose the challenge, you lose the timeout. But there are times this season where it's like, Mike Brown, use a challenge for that. Mike Brown, use a challenge for that. And he doesn't. But when they do use it, they're usually right. And the guy responsible for that is Jordan Brink. If you guys don't know, he is the guy responsible for signaling to the coaching staff whether or not they should challenge something. If they are so inclined to maybe challenge something, they look at Jordan Brink. Jordan Brink gives them the go-ahead. So, shout out Jordan Brink, assistant coach Jordan Brink. Knicks have some fantastic assistant coaches on this staff, man. Chicken Feet said no double-double so far. And nobody particularly that close to a double-double either. Wembanyama the closest, 26-7. Towns right behind them at 11-6. Josh Hart was 16-6 as well. Yeah, I said we're shooting over 50% and over 40% from three. It's just the turnovers. Yeah, turnovers have been rough here tonight so far. They have 12 turnovers to the Spurs 7. They are only one down in the possession battle, though. I think the offensive rebound has come a long way with that. The free throw shooting disparity now starting to balloon a bit. 26 attempts for the Spurs, only 17 for the Knicks. And three-pointers still even. 11 for the Knicks, 11 for the Spurs. There you go. See, I shouted him out. Now Jordan Brink gets his shine on the broadcast there. Don't put too much shine on him. We don't want him poached going anywhere. TM, what's up, TM? Here comes De'Aaron Fox bringing it down. They get it over to Harper. Harper being guarded by McBride. Hands it off to Fox. Fox up top, being guarded by OG Anunoby. Back to Harper. Harper crossing over to his right up the Wembanyama screen. Swings it out to Fox. Fox puts up the three over OG Anunoby. Off the back rim. Can't get it to go. Wembanyama battling on the board for the rebound. Can't grab it. Out of bounds. Ball going to the Knicks. Wembanyama wanted the challenge. And the Knicks got to inbound it quickly. Nope. Spurs are going to use a challenge here. Try to get the foul on Karl Anthony Towns there. They want an approximate foul, unless it's out of bounds off of Towns, which I don't think it is. I think Wembanyama's arm was the only one up there. Oh, that's a foul on Towns. That's a foul on Towns. Wembanyama will shoot free throws. You know, I said my man is OG. Let OG win it for us. I mean, OG had an opportunity. Brunson on the bench. It was Anunoby out there, and he didn't get anything going for us. You know, Anunoby plays off of Towns and Brunson. The attention that those guys garner, Anunoby's able to play off of them. Now that they're out there, we'll see if he can get back to doing his thing. He's got 22 here tonight. Robert Klink said, great challenge, could turn the game around. Good. It's going to be the fourth foul on Karl Anthony Towns and 2 free throws for Wembanyama. Keenar said, when in doubt, it's a foul on Cat. Just that said, OG has done nothing in the fourth. He hasn't done much in the second half at all, let alone the fourth quarter, brother. Jameson, we need to travel on Fox and Harper for 2 more. For the bingo tonight, yeah. There's a couple of things we could get. We also need a jump ball. A couple of things we can get here tonight. Victor Marquez said, Deuce, no points. No points for Deuce here tonight. Probably got to go back to McHale, right? Get the starting 5 back out there. I know he hasn't been great tonight, but it is the correct call, unfortunately. Good challenge from the Spurs. Wembanyama will get 2 free throws here. Just that get 115. 115 should be enough. Maybe. 20 more points with 7 minutes to go. We'll see. Kinhar said, just goes to show how terrible the officiating is. They got both of those big plays totally wrong. Yeah. Wemby knocks down the first free throw. He's got another one coming. Oh, ref, you suck chant raining down. Wembanyama knocks down both free throws. 7-point lead for the Spurs here. Brunson will bring it down against Harper. Swings through to his left, and he has it up top. 7 minutes to go. Brunson has it up top. A lot of standing around. What are we looking for? What's the plan here? Brunson coming to his left. Spins. Coming to his right. Sees a double team. Picks up his handle. Over to Anunoby. Driving to the rim. Foul line. Fall away. Falling down. He got it to go down. Not a great shot, but he got it to go down, so we'll take it. Back to a 5-point game. Here comes Fox bringing it down. Stops and scores is the name of the game. Fox has it up top, being guarded by OG Anunoby. Fox coming to his left. Brunson switches onto him. Fox is going to pull it out. Fox is going to isolate against Brunson. In and out dribble, blows right past him. Beautiful move to the rim. Layup, got it to go. What a move from De'Aaron Fox there. And now here comes Brunson bringing it down. Brunson coming to his right off the McBride screen. Brunson has it up top. He's going to run a 2-man game with Towns. He's going to wave him off. He's going to run a 2-man game with Josh Hart. Coming to his right. Driving it down. Leaves it off for McBride out of the corner. McBride off the catch. Throws it up there. Comes up short. Long rebound. McBride going for it. Harper able to pick it up. Dylan Harper 1-on-1 against OG. Euros past him. Reverse layup. Can't get it to go. Another beautiful stop from OG Anunoby. And the Knicks are pushing the other way. Still a 7-point game. Over to Towns. Left wing 3. Comes up well short. Loose ball rebound. Brunson able to pick it up. In the lane. Leans in. Floater off glass. Got it to go and 1 for Captain Clutch. Didn't love that 3 from Towns. Normally don't see him shooting as the trailer down like that. But Brunson got it to go. Loose ball. Who knocked that loose? Well, everybody's in the vicinity there. Vassell just couldn't grab it. Careened off the rim in a weird way. And Brunson was right there for the pick up the loose ball rebound. Get the floater and the foul on Vassell there. Just that's a shame for Deuce. I'd prefer Bridges. For Bridges for Deuce. Troy said OG's on fire on both sides of the court. Yep, Brunson knocks down his and 1 free throw. We got a 4-point game, and we are past the halfway point of a pivotal game 3. Under 6 to go. Vassell is it up top. 4-point game. They get over to Fox. Fox being guarded by Anunoby. Coming to his left, driving it down. Fox throws it up to Wembanyama. Gets the tip up and in for Big Vic. My goodness, just throwing it up there. He's been fantastic tonight in that play. Brunson bringing it down, being guarded by Castle. Coming to his left off the Anunoby screen. Back to 6 it goes. Brunson calling up Towns, I think. Spins, coming to his left. Fox pokes the ball out. Brunson picks it up, falling out of bounds. Throws it off of Vassell. And it's going to be Knick basketball. Spurs are looking to see if they want to use a challenge there. And they don't get it off in time. Josh Hart over to Anunoby. They inbounded the ball, and then this is terrible officiating. This is terrible officiating. They inbounded the ball. What is this? So the Knicks inbounded the ball. The Spurs were trying to see if they could use a challenge. They don't get it off in time, but the Knicks inbounded the ball. All the Spurs were just standing around. Anunoby ended up with a wide open 3. He didn't make it, so it doesn't matter. But the Knicks do get the ball back here, and no challenge. So now they have 6 on the shot clock. Shamet gets it into OG Anunoby. Shot clock's going to wind down. Anunoby rhythm dribble, step back 3 over Champagnie. Comes up short. Josh Hart off offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Shamet. Throws up the 3. Landry Shamet. In and out. Can't get it to stay. Battle for the rebound. And Champagnie able to pick it up. Landry Shamet. The Knicks overall have been pretty rough from the three-point line. Fox down the lane, puts the fall away over Towns, comes up short. Rebounded by Jalen Brunson. We're pushing the other way. Brunson has it up top. You getting the stops, but you got to compound them with scores as Brunson mishandles the ball and turns it over. Here comes Champagny over to Vassell, leaves it off for Wembanyama. Wembanyama driving to his left on Shamet, spins down the lane, draws the foul. He's going to the foul line for 2 free throws. Whew. 5 turnovers for Jalen Brunson. And that's the game. That's why the Knicks trail right now. Brunson, 5 turnovers. Just that's at 5 on Shamet. I don't know why Shamet's in the game. Shamet has not played well. Give me Mikal Bridges. Wembanyama, foul line for 2. How many free throws for Wembanyama tonight? Just curious. Wembanyama tonight has taken 8 free throws so far. Wembanyama hits the first free throw. He's got another one coming. Amzi said Jordan Clarkson in for the win. No, we're good on Clarkson for the remainder of the game. He gave us 10, and that's good enough. Mike said, Knicks better not play like this next game or they might be in trouble. They're going to be all right, brother. Gigi said Brunson sold tonight. A lot of time left, guys. A lot of time left. Wembanyama knocks down both free throws. 108 to 100. Brunson bringing it down. Brunson gets it to Towns. Towns being guarded by Vassell. Hands it off to Brunson. Coming to his left in the lane. Puts up the jumper. Off the back rim. Can't get it to go. Wembanyama the rebound. Tries to get it out. There's a bad pass, but Harper able to pick up the loose ball, and he's going to bring it down. 108 to 100. 4:30 to go here. Harper up top. Coming to his right. Crosses over to his left. In and out dribble. Driving it down. Spins off of Shamet. Goes to the rim. Gets blocked out of bounds. It'll stay here with the Spurs. Good defense from OG Anunoby yet again on Dylan Harper on the help side there. And the Spurs want a timeout. Just that said, OG had a block party tonight. Victor Marquez said they definitely want to go to 7 games. The Knicks have shot themselves in the foot tonight. Particularly Jalen Brunson and his turnovers. Yeah, OG Anunoby's got the 3 blocks tonight. It's not Victor Wembanyama with the blocks. It's OG Anunoby with any player for 3 blocks here tonight. Brunson with 25. Josh Hart still stuck on the 16. Towns stuck on 11 points here tonight. Get the ball to Towns. Here's the thing. The reason why they're not getting the ball to Towns is because they have Wembanyama on... they have Wembanyama on Josh Hart, and they have Vassell on Karl Anthony Towns. Or Castle. Usually Vassell or Castle. Either. Both of them have had an opportunity on Towns tonight. And in doing so, you can run a 2-man game between Brunson and Towns because they could just switch the action. And they're fine with switching the action. Oh, the Knicks use a challenge. And it's out of bounds off of Dylan Harper. That should be a successful challenge. Which, by the way, I don't think we did fill it in. We've had 2 successful challenges. This is going to be a 3rd, probably. David said, if we lose on Brunson and Bridges, fair. That is fair. Joel Palin, San Antonio Spurs find a lot of help from the referees. They do. They do get the benefit of the whistle a lot of the night, a lot of the time. DJ Punchy said, where's Bridges? Out on the bench. Young on said, Knicks got to fight through the refs. 5-on-8, and we wouldn't have it any other way. I don't think this is nearly as egregious as Game 2, second half of Game 2. But, again, the reason why the Knicks are down is not because of the officials. Now, the officials have not helped them. But the reason they're down is because of the turnovers. Successful challenge. That is their 2nd challenge. So they have no more challenges remaining. But the Knicks do get the ball back. AP with a very generous super chat. Appreciate you, brother. He said the hype and the moment was too big for the Knicks tonight. If they lose the series, it's going to be worse than 94 because everything lined up, brother. Saying the moment was too big, as if the Knicks are getting blown out by 20 right now. Have you ever been in a competitive team, brother? Have you ever played in a competitive sport? You don't sound like it, brother. Just that said, all great YouTube streamers are jinxes when they go to games in person. You know what I said? It's not the 8 points, it's the reffing, and more importantly, we cannot even start the offense. JB and the coaching staff have not figured out what is going on. Again, the Spurs came out and adjusted their defense in comparison to how they guarded the Knicks in the first 2 games. And to your point, Kennard, the Knicks have not figured out how to go against this Spurs defense here. Josh Hart on the left wing hits Shamet cutting back door in the paint, kicks it out to Anunoby, up top to Towns. Towns pump fakes. Over to Brunson, over to Shamet, ran off the 3-point line. Excellent defense. Shamet to the rim, gets blocked by Victor Wembanyama. It's a bad decision from Shamet. Excellent defense from the Spurs. Here comes Foxy, has it up top, and there's Bridges up off the bench, finally. Don't love Landry Shamet in this lineup right now. He's not played well tonight. Wembanyama up top, straightaway 3, can't get it to go. Harper skies for a rebound. Gets it back to Wembanyama to the rim, lefty layup. Smokes it! Anunoby the rebound, gets it over to Brunson. Brunson bringing it down. Still an 8-point game. Brunson full head of steam. Euros down the lane. Gets knocked to the ground. He's going to the foul line for 2 free throws. Just that said, how do you 7-9 and miss a layup? You would never miss the layup on a Nerf room, brother? I've missed the layup on a Nerf room every now and again. Brunson knocks down the first free throw. He's got another one coming. Sons Jen said, y'all can be a little kooky sometimes. Sometimes. Timeout from the Spurs here. Okay. Wembanyama with 32 points, by the way. AB said, NBA Jam want to go? No, I'm good, brother. Wemby with the 30 ball. Wemby with the 30 ball, which is a big one. Obviously, we talk about if the Spurs want to win, they got to have a good performance out of Victor Wembanyama. They're getting it here tonight. So we can fill those in right there. Josh Hart, 12, 5, and 5. 16, 8, and 4 from Josh Hart. Still stuck on the 4 assists. Ryan Cross was a Brian. As a Suns fans, y'all, Knicks are done. It was wishful thinking. Those not involved shouldn't speak so loudly, brother. Just that JV plus minus even, we win, simple math. The plus minus that doesn't tell you anything of importance, brother. Freeway Hustler, what's up, Freeway? The Wemby glazing will be at an all-time high the next few days. It will indeed. It will indeed. Wendy has bingo. Wemby has the 30 points. No double-doubles so far here tonight yet. Towns still stuck on 11, 6, and 1. Not even grabbing rebounds so far here tonight. They've done an excellent job keeping them off the glass. Brunson at the free throw line for one more here. 3:40 to go. Brunson does knock down the second free throw. Thank you, Jalen Brunson. 4-point game. Got to get some stops. Got to get some scores. Come on, Knicks. Here comes Fox bringing it down. Be guarded by OG Anunoby. Coming to his right. Swings it over to Castle. Castle up top being guarded by Hart. Coming to his right up the Wembanyama screen. Cross-court pass. Fox driving to his left. Step back. Pump fake. Spins. Loses his balance. On the floor. Anunoby battling. Throws it out of bounds. Ball back to the Knicks. You got to stop. And Jalen Brunson will bring it down. Brunson being guarded by Castle. Coming to his left. Wembanyama back on Towns. So they're going to come off of the Towns screen. They get it back to Brunson. Brunson being guarded by Wembanyama. They're bringing a double team inside the Bridges. Bridges kicks out to Towns. Left wing 3. Karl-Anthony Towns. In and out. Can't get it to stay. Towns rushing a couple of these shots. 108 to 102. Under 3 to go here. Castle has it up top. Being guarded by Bridges. Crossing over to his right. Driving it down the lane, kicks it out. Harper up top, Vassell. Wide open 3. Devin Vassell hasn't missed all night, but of course he misses a huge 3 in the 4th. Towns gets it over to Brunson. Brunson will bring it down. Brunson trying to attack quickly, pulls it back out. Has it against Devin Vassell, driving to his right, spins, kicks it out to Josh Hart, back to Brunson. Brunson pump fakes, driving it down in the lane. Scoop layup, gets blocked by Castle, loose ball, saved by Towns, gets blocked by Fox. It'll stay here with the Knicks. Brunson probably should have shoveled that over to Josh Hart, though. Both of them were going to the rim at the same time. Brunson felt like he had the lane, got blocked by Castle at the basket, should have shoveled that over to Josh Hart. Excellent defense from Castle, though. So the Knicks have 5 on their shot clock. They get into Towns down low, gets whacked. He's going to the foul line for 2. No foul? No foul? And the Knicks don't have a challenge anyway. He got whacked. It wasn't even close. I could see it from here. Great move from Karl-Anthony Towns, by the way. They get it in the Bridges, hands it off to Brunson. Shot clock running down, gets to the mid-range pull-up. JB, thank you. 4-point game. Stops and scores is the name of the game, y'all. A little over 2 minutes to go here. 108-104. Castle bringing it down. Has it up top. Brunson up to 29. Castle. Castle waving everybody away. A lot of standing around. They get over to Wembanyama. Wembanyama up top, being guarded by Karl-Anthony Towns. Shot clock down. Dancing with it. Wembanyama coming to his right. Swings it out to Castle with 3 over Josh Hart. Well contested. He got it! What a 3 from Steph Castle! Wembanyama threw him a grenade. Brunson coming to his right off a double screen. Being guarded by Harper. Picks up his handle. Over to Bridges. Bridges, jab step coming to his left. Gets to the middle of the lane. Loses the handle on the ball. Picks it back up. Has it up top. Trying to get it back to Brunson. Brunson, the shot clock winding down. We're down to 7. He's going to have to isolate. Josh Hart comes up to set a screen. Over to Bridges. Right corner 3. Bridges over Wemby. Can't get it to go. Excellent contest. Can't get it to go down. Harper the rebound. 1:30 to go. Knicks trail by 7. Got to go quickly. They get over to Harper. Get it over to Castle. Over to Wemby. Wemby back to Castle. Castle telling Wemby to get in the post. A lot of standing around, but they want to dribble out as much time as possible. 10 on their shot clock. Castle at the top. Being guarded by Brunson. Castle coming to his left. Off a Wemby screen. Driving it down. Brunson goes for the steal. They kick it out. Dylan Harper could be a dagger. Harper off the back rim. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by Josh Hart. We're pushing the pace the other way. Got to go quickly. Over to OG Anunoby. Anunoby full head of steam. Driving to the rim. Layup. Can't get it to go, but fouled by Wembanyama. He's going to the foul line for 2. 1 minute to go. Shirley Willis. What's up, Shirley? Troy Carolina said, thanks 47, you killed the vibe. Killed the vibe. Whew. OG Anunoby misses a free throw. Not the time they miss some free throws. Castle does have 20 points now. That was his first made basket. That was his first made basket of the second half, and it was a prayer 3 on the wing. Of course. Oof. OG does at least knock down the second free throw. Okay, 6-point game. 6-point game. 1 minute to go. Get it into Fox. Fox will bring it down against Anunoby. Fox has it up top. Fox coming to his right. Fox coming to his left. Trying to get the Brunson switch. Crossing over to his right now. Kicks it out in the corner. Dylan Harper gets another crack at the open 3. Can't get that one to go down. Brunson the rebound. Brunson bringing it down against Harper. Putting his head down. Stops. Puts up the straightaway 3 over Harper. Brunson got it to go. Captain Clutch. My goodness. It's a 3-point game with 30 seconds to go. 3-point game with 30 seconds to go. Fox has it up top. You got to get a stop. Got to get a big old stop. Got to get a big old stop, y'all. Big old stop. Fox will dribble out as much time as possible. He's going to look to attack now. De'Aaron Fox crosses over to his left. Step back, foul line, fall away. Got it to go. De'Aaron Fox has been off with that jump shot all night. That one goes down, though. And my timer's still going, but that's 12 seconds on the game clock. 1:13, 1:08. You know, our dagger. Probably a dagger. Probably a dagger there. Not entirely done yet. Well, probably. Jalen Brunson also with 32 here tonight. That fills in the bingo card. We did have a logo 3 from Wemby, but it technically didn't count. Did we count it? Kay Hazy said, Knicks have been terrible all night. This is on them. Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure. Look, the refs didn't help, and we can complain about the refs, sure. But that is a minor part as to why the New York Knicks might end up losing the game here tonight. Very minor. Jose, we got to rally back next game and go up 3-1? Absolutely. Absolutely. Lana Mona said turnovers killed us tonight. Yep. The Brunson turnovers in particular. Abigail said, when is the next game? Total turnovers for the Knicks, by the way, 13-8. Next game, I believe, is Wednesday? Wednesday, 8:30. Same start time. Okay. Knicks got to get a quick 3, obviously. Got to get a quick 3, obviously. Josh Hart gets it into Anunoby. He's going to turn out of the corner, puts up the 3. Got it to go. Game not over yet. Game not over yet. There you go, OG. Knicks. Jalen Brunson, OG Anunoby. Team full of clutch players, I'm telling you. Probably over, but not entirely over yet. Team's got no fight. Team's got no quit. Some of y'all can't relate. I'm trying to tell you. Not impossible. Oof. Hoobie, not impossible. Not impossible. Not impossible. Carson bingo? What happened on bingo? We don't have a bingo. We're not particularly close with bingo anywhere. Oh, Josh Hart, 12-5-5. There you go. We got bingo. Hey, we do have bingo. You're right. My bad. You're right. I forgot Josh Hart was close. You're right. We do have bingo. We have our first NBA Finals bingo. The Eric Tron said, steal, quick bucket, overtime. Get it to overtime, baby. Get it to overtime. $9.4 remaining. Christian Blade said Chucky's still locked in. Yeah, I mean, bingo is the last thing on my mind. Spurs can throw it in the backcourt. Both teams still with 1 timeout remaining. They get it in the Castle. Castle's going to get fouled. Castle's already missed a couple of free throws already tonight, right? Steph Castle tonight is... Yeah, he missed the 1 free throw tonight so far. 3 for 4 from the foul line. 2 big free throws here. Seven seconds remaining in the game, by the way. Castle with the free throw line for 2. Both teams with a timeout. Castle calmly knocks down the first one. AP with a very generous super chat. Appreciate it, brother. Said Dolan will be hated again if he costs the series. Dolan is sufficiently hated, brother. People are happy that Dolan is no longer interfering with basketball decisions, but best believe people don't like Dolan. Mike said it shouldn't have come down to this. Yeah. Castle with the foul line. He could put this game out of reach with a free throw. Knocks it down. 2 perfect free throws for Steph Castle. Down 4 with 7 seconds. Yep. Chicken feet to Knicks in 6. Knicks in 5, brother. Knicks in 5. The Eric Johnson turnovers and bad shot selection killed us. Yeah, really struggled to figure out the Spurs defense. Hopefully they're going to be locked in and ready to go for Game 4. Castle already knocked that down. We already got bingo. See if we can get that faded double bingo, though. Doesn't seem like it. We only have 7 seconds to go. Knicks trail by 4. Mark said, refs won this one? Nah, the Knicks shot themselves in the foot with all the turnovers. Some fantastic Spurs defense, but they really couldn't. And the shot selection, too. I think Eric Tron said that. Kinohara has been on it all night as well. The offense, the Knicks shot themselves in the foot. They did not play well enough to win this basketball game. Some rough officiating that's been benefiting the Spurs for sure, but the officiating is not what cost the Knicks this basketball game if they do end up losing. Nikki said, choked at home? They didn't choke. Gabriel Gobi said, sad for no sweep, but was allowed to ask. It was allowed to ask to sweep the Spurs. Not out of the possibility here. Wembanyama guarding the inbounds, obviously. Get it in the bridges, turns, puts it up. Can't get it to go. Battling for the rebound, knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Knicks with 2 seconds to go. Bridges definitely got fouled on the three-point attempt. They didn't blow the whistle. Fox wasn't trying to intentionally foul. Fox was trying to intentionally foul. So Brunson will inbound it with 2 seconds to go. They trail by 4 outside of a Larry Johnson moment. Anunoby out of the corner, 3 at the buzzer, can't get it to go, and that's going to be the end of the game. The Spurs take a game here. And it's 2-1. And it's 2-1. And here we go. We got ourselves a series now. Now the sweep dream is out of the window. And now we got ourselves a series. 2-1. Okay. It is what it is. We talked about it sufficiently tonight where what went wrong for the Knicks. A lot went wrong for the Knicks in the sense that they did not ultimately play well enough to win themselves. Champagny 3 threes. Wembanyama 11 and 18. Castle 8 for 14 from the floor, but he was like 8 for 9 or 8 for 10 from the field, or 7 for 8. He was 7 for 8 at halftime. That's what he was. Didn't make a shot until the second half. He knocked down the right wing 3 after Wemby threw him a grenade. And that ultimately won it. Hoobie and Knicks in 5. Knicks in 5 until proven otherwise. Prove me otherwise. Prove me otherwise. Knicks in 5, baby. Yeah, so. And then the free throw shooting. Of course, Dylan Harper 1 for 8 from 3 tonight. They didn't take advantage of a 5 for 18 night for Dylan Harper here. But overall, they took 32 free throws. The Knicks took 22. So they did get the benefit of the whistle. They were very aggressive as well. But that's not why the Knicks lost the game. Why the Knicks lost the game is this number right here. David said, Bridges in the bench no-show. Yeah, Shaman and McBride, rough nights. Robinson barely used. Clarkson came through, though. Alvarado was okay. Alvarado was solid. The Knicks did beat the Spurs on the rebounding battle by 9, but the reason why they ended up losing the game, and beat them in the possession battle by 4, the reason why they ended up losing the game was the turnovers. 13 turnovers to 8 turnovers for the Spurs. They lost it by 5. Rough outing. In that regard, most notably Jalen Brunson, who had 5 turnovers himself. 32, 5 and 5 for Jalen Brunson with 5 turnovers. Not good enough. Not going to get it done. So Mikal Bridges also, rough outing. 2 points, 1 for 5 from the field. Not good enough. OG Anunoby was fantastic. 28. Towns was mitigated after they changed up their rotation. They put, or their matchups. They put Wembanyama on Josh Hart to roam. Josh Hart did attempt to make him pay. He made 4 threes tonight, 16 points. While Karl-Anthony Towns found his role neutralized in this game here tonight by having a small put on him. They're going to need to feed Karl-Anthony Towns a little bit more often. And not even necessarily out by the 3-point line, but giving the ball to Towns, I know it's not a great matchup, but giving the ball to Towns forces the defense to react in such a way that you could probably get other actions off of it. They got to get back to that in game 4. They went away from it here again because the Spurs switched their matchups, right? And I think it threw the Knicks off a little bit. Apparently, they were ready for it, come into the series, and again, it threw it off. But they're going to need to come out ready to go in game 4. And I tell you this, number one priority has got to be winning game 4. Don't make the NBA Finals and then not win a game at home. I'll tell you that. Nick said, correct me if I'm wrong, but why are we not playing through Cat? Because Vassell and Castle were guarding Karl-Anthony Towns there. Normally, the actions that get it started is running a 2-man action between Karl-Anthony Towns and Brunson, but the 2-man action is then neutralized because they could just switch that. And in doing so, it takes Wembanyama off of Karl-Anthony Towns, and it then puts him on Josh Hart, which he will completely roam off of Josh Hart and shut off the paint. So that's why they didn't play through Karl-Anthony Towns as much, but you still got to find a way to give him the ball and play through him more, right? It doesn't have to be every time, but it's got to be a better balance than it was tonight. Jalen Brunson did not have a good floor game overall. 11 for 25 from the field, did have the 32 points. Looks great, looks awesome, but the 5 turnovers is killer. Degnon Gamble said Mikal, though, and Mikal Bridges was nowhere to be found as well. So you're going to need a better outing from Bridges, a better floor game from Brunson, a better outing from Towns, who was neutralized here tonight and just kind of settled into being neutralized. And the Fleas with a very generous super chat. I appreciate you, brother. Just sent this right here. And this is for sure how I think all Knicks fans will be feeling here tonight. The sweep is now off the table. But Knicks in 5 is very, very much on the table from 3. Like that's gonna kill you in the end there, right? Jose Alvarado, he was solid in his 12-minute stretch there, 2 for 5 from the field. I didn't love 23 minutes from Landry Shamet. Just 9 minutes for Deuce McBride, who also struggled for the most part here tonight. But Shamet, look, I don't love the plus minus, but Shamet a minus 20 is rough, man. It's rough. Mr. Sports, what's up, Mr. Sports? Shoot 2 for 13 from 3. The clutches quarter of the game, they honestly deserve to lose. Yeah, the Spurs beat them. The Knicks lost. I don't think the refs were a huge factor in the game. It's a swing factor for sure that favors the Spurs. But I don't think it was the deciding factor. I don't think it was even a big factor. I think it was a small factor. But you didn't get much off the bench. Spurs, what did they get off the bench? Yeah, they got a nice solid game off the bench. Keldon Johnson with 7. Dylan Harper with 13. Carter Bryant hit a 3. Luke Cornett knocked down 2 free throws, 5 boards, 2 assists for Luke Cornett. Actually, solid night for Luke Cornett. And if you're not going to win the Wemby-less minutes by a lot, you're gonna struggle to keep up with them, right? Cornett was only a minus 3 tonight. Like, this needs to be like a minus 10 for Luke Cornett. Like, you need to dominate the Wembanyama-less minutes. And the Knicks did not do that tonight. Abe said, imagine paying $30,000 for that. Yeah. Eric C said, he's over back because PTSD. Have some faith, brother. The Fleet said, fouls messed up the rotations. A little bit. Also messed up some of the rhythm, some of the rotations for sure. Yeah, all of the things. There's a day on off game. It was due. Winning 13 straight was epic, though. They will group and be fine. Hopefully. Yak said, start of the third quarter, cost the game the first 2 minutes. Yep. And I talked about that, right, Yak? Coming out at halftime, we talked about it. That you had a 7-point lead at halftime. And if you came out, how both teams came out in that second half, ultimately, you can look back at it and say maybe that was the deciding factor of the game. But coming out of that halftime break, you have a 7-point lead, and the Spurs immediately come out and erase it back down to a 2-point lead, 1-point lead. They tie the game. And the Knicks struggled, and they had like 3 turnovers to start that quarter, and just really sloppy play, some not great shots. They didn't get into their offense, and normally they're a fantastic third quarter team. As a matter of fact, fun stat, and we're going to check it right now, the Knicks had won every single third quarter so far in the playoffs. And here tonight, they lost the third quarter pretty sizably, 35-27. Going to need to be better in the next game. And so ultimately, this third quarter was the deciding quarter of the game. 35-27 is a killer. First quarter was also rough, 33-22. Knicks didn't start the game off well enough and didn't come out of halftime well enough. So that is a great sign for the Spurs that their game plan worked fantastically and their adjustment at halftime worked even better or just as well, and ultimately won them the game. And look, they won it by 4 points. So this is going to be a very close series. The sweep is now off the table, but it's Knicks in 5. So Star said all Spurs starters managed to get double-digit points. Meanwhile, the Knicks, I mean, the only guy not in double digits was Mikal Bridges. Right? Devin Vassell with 11, Champagnie with 12. As far as the Knicks, everybody in double figures except for Mikal Bridges, who had a rough night, 2 points, 1 for 5 from the field. So just that said Cat was bad. I mean, yeah, he's got to be a little bit more aggressive offensively. But the leader of the team, the captain, Jalen Brunson, needs to be better with getting him the ball. Right? They also need to be better at playing off of each other and getting him the ball. But also, Karl-Anthony Towns, 0 for 2 from 3, rushed 2 threes there, and felt like he was rushing it. Needed to be better for sure. Josh Hart, 16, 9, and 5. Did not score in the second half, I believe. Maybe 1 3 in the second half, but rough outing in the second half for Josh Hart for the most part. We did get bingo, so we can deliver bingo to everybody. One positive. One positive here tonight. I mean, I can deliver the rewards for bingo to everybody, even though Amy Matrul was extremely generous tonight. My goodness, guys. It is a finals. I'm going to give it right back to the community. It is a finals. It is a finals bingo. So. Well, yep. Hey. Shirley Willis said, oh, my bad, Shirley. Dolan is a setup man. Yeah, it was rough. It was a jinx. It was for sure a jinx. We all knew it was going to be a jinx. AP said, with a very generous super chat. Appreciate you, AP. He said, my last words, these slow starts absolutely have to stop. This team has confidence. Now Knicks go back tied are done. I saw this before. Good night. All right, sure, brother. Sure. Good night to you, big dog. Hope you sleep well. Yeah, so unfortunately, now we have a series. The Knicks lead it 2-1. Look, I know it sucks to lose game 1 in the Garden, or game 3 in the Garden, the first game in the Garden. But going into the finals, if I told you guys going into the finals, I said, look, going into game 4 in Madison Square Garden, the Knicks will be up 2-1. You guys would be like, oh, yeah, I'd sign up for that. Yeah, cool. We're good. We'll take that, right? The mantra has been Knicks in 4 until proven otherwise. Well, they proved us otherwise. So now it's Knicks in 5 until proven otherwise. The entirety of the game was about trying to overcome a lot against you, and the Knicks didn't overcome it. And they're going to have to be better in the next one. Take Highway said, Fab, that like to stop watching basketball. Keith, what's up, Keith? In the great words of the great King Charles, I guarantee a Knicks win on Wednesday. There you go, brother. Yes, sir. 2-1 is a dream spot. Now, you know, every game is a do or die must win. So, just that said Cat was terrible. I don't think Cat was terrible. Needed to be better for sure. 4 for 10 from the field, 11 points is not going to get it done. 8 rebounds, 1 assist, 3 steals, 2 blocks. I mean, the defense was there. 3 steals, 2 blocks for Anthony Towns. I thought he was walling up the paint extremely well. The Knicks are just going to have to respond and play that defensive coverage significantly better. D. Grant said, I'm worried I felt the Knicks needed to win this game. I'm not sure now. They'll be all right, brother. Knicks in 5. Knicks in 5. That will be a man possession in game 4, hopefully. JB was sloppy. JB was sloppy. I actually think Jalen Brunson, well, he wasn't worse than Towns. Brunson had his moments. He had more moments. I think Anunoby and Brunson carried the team, obviously. Brunson, not a great floor game, though. 5 turnovers as well is a killer. This is a killer. Sloppy, like you said. Sloppy game from Brunson. We know he can put the ball in the basket, but sloppy decision-making game. He's got to get off the ball quicker. And other guys, you know, I call it out, too, oftentimes when people are like, well, Brunson's just dribbling the ball. And I'm like, oftentimes he gave it up to Anunoby. And Anunoby looked to get it right back to Brunson. He gave it up to Josh Hart and got it right back to him. Gave it up to Bridges, got it right back to him. And it's like, there is a game plan that the Knicks are trying to execute, and they just need to execute it better, right? They just need to be better. Because game 4 was always going to be more important than game 3 after the 2-0 start. Win one in Madison Square Garden. Go back to San Antonio up 3-1. Just that's a shame it was a -20. Yeah, I talked about it all night. I thought Shamet was really bad tonight. I thought his defense wasn't very good. And then obviously couldn't knock down a shot. But the bench wasn't good overall. You had some moments from Jordan Clarkson, which was great, and you had some moments from Jose Alvarado, which were great. But outside of that, I mean, Robinson, 7 minutes, you know, it's tough to do a whole lot in 7 minutes, but, you know, didn't play well enough to garner more minutes. McBride was rough. Shamet was even more rough. 23 minutes for Shamet, 1 for 8 from the field, 1% from 3. So, you know, crashing back down to earth on his three-point shooting a little bit here. You're going to have a much better game in game 4. It is what it is. On to the next one, right? We talked about it all night, what was going wrong for the Knicks and why it was going wrong. Need to be better. Because that's a Deuce over 9 minutes. Yeah, only 9 minutes for Deuce McBride, but that's because he's an extremely limited player. Again, Tyler Kolek. I might want to see some Tyler Kolek out there just to throw a little bit of a different look, honestly. More ball handling. And again, I know smaller. I know defensive. It's another defensive liability guy out there where he's small and whatnot. But Nicky said, McBride has been trash. I'm so glad he played less minutes today. In favor of who? You know, Jeremy Sohan got out there for about a minute. But Landry Shamet was 1 for 8 from the field tonight. Jordan Clarkson, 4% from the field. Defense was iffy from Jordan Clarkson. He did have the 2 turnovers as well. As a matter of fact, one of the big turnovers he had was ultimately why he got pulled out of the game. So you're going to need guys like McBride, Shamet to knock down perimeter shots, which is why they're up on the bingo card for made threes. You need it. Sons Jen said, you must know sadness to know joy. Brother, I was born in the sadness. My whole life has been sadness and misery. It doesn't get to me, which is why I can be so positive about this Knicks team. They got my full faith and trust on to game 4. Sohan gets a ring regardless. He does indeed. But that is going to wrap us up on an unfortunate night with the Knicks going down 115-111 here tonight. Shout out all the channel members, whether you give to the membership or you decide to become a member all on your own. I appreciate you guys nonetheless. And shout out all the super chats tonight and all of the generosity. My goodness. I mean, Amy Machua must have gifted like 25, 30 subs tonight. My goodness. The Fleas, AP, multiple times. Appreciate you guys. Michael Mack, multiple memberships tonight separately. The Fleas again. Appreciate you, AP, again. Appreciate you guys. Amy Machu with all the memberships. Thank you guys for your generosity. It is extremely, extremely welcomed. And every single bit of it is going right back into the community. We got some big plans going for next year, but we're not going to worry about next year until we are raising that Larry O'Brien trophy. So, with that being said, we're going to come back Wednesday, stronger, better than ever. Look for a win. But until then, remember, brush your teeth for bed, stay hydrated, and I'll catch you guys on next time. Good night, everybody. Bye.